to go live, I should fix that. Instead, I just started that way. All right. Good morning. Hello. Oh, speaker. Microphone, I mean. There's a way I can fix that. Okay. Good morning. So coffee almost done. Oh, cup of water. I'll tell him in a minute. What kind of things I'll talk about it. Yesterday with my physical therapy, physical sport medicine, doctor, and I want more and more coffee. I truly need the coffee. Where's that? Oh, turn from here. Okay.
Bluetooth mode.
Bluetooth mode. All right. Let me turn off all the lights and see. Wow. Wow. I wish you can see what I see. It's so beautiful. What about this one? The sunlight. Wow. Wow. That's gorgeous. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Look at all this. I wish you can see what I see. So beautiful. What about this way? Or about head that way? How about now? Wow. That's beautiful. But I come back with one more coffee. I need to get up. Get up. Get up. Wake up. Ooh. Okay, I'll tell you quickly while I make the second cup. This is the first cup. Let me show you. It's the first cup. Look at this cup. Oh, it's dark, but it's okay. I'll show you when I come back. This water is almost done. Oh, let me fill water instead of this plastic bottle from Kirkland. I will fill this cup. All right, I'll come back with all that. And while I'm in the kitchen, I'm sure you can hear me with this microphone, and I'll tell exactly about what happened yesterday, my appointment. So yesterday I went to my sport medicine doctor. First doctor checked on me and everything. Then I sent, and then went to the office, give all the notes to other doctor, and the main doctor. So the main doctor back, and she gave the whole result. All this time from May 16, the whole time they've been telling me it's a nerve pinch, whatever. So now it's not nerve pinch, it's something else. Well, I come back in 1 month, so she will see if that's exactly what she think. Something I need to read the word in English to do more search about it, ask more Gemini, tell me more about it. So I'll educate myself, and hopefully if someone like me had a problem or have a problem, so at least can see how the human body can react, and our body do things. So yeah, let me get the cup of cup, the bottle of water ready for my another doctor appointment, which is the what's called the today appointment, MRI appointment for my foot. Well, so far within 2 months I got MRI for my neck, lower back, and what's called it, and now I'm getting for the foot. I got CT scan as well. Okay, so many things going on in the body to need to work on all of it, and then hopefully inshallah will all be good. It started from self-love, self-belief. Other than this, the body will, oh, I have a grape here. Oh wow, from a whole week, and it's still good. Oh, today is what? What's the day today? Wednesday? Yeah, from last Wednesday I was here. Past the week already. The grape is still good. That's good. So I'm washing a cup of water. I'm gonna fill it. I wish if you come here and see me, but it's okay. I don't feel like change the position of the what's called it, the stand. But you know what? I mean, I can't bring just the phone itself, right? But it is what it is. I bring it here. I'm coming back. I'm here. Pull back. Ouch. So that's a grape. It's still good. So that's good. Let's fill it with water. But something about this. There's a brush. You have to go all the way down to clean that. So I have to get that in consideration. Just organized that yesterday. To come this medication one. Okay. Bismillah. So fresh. Oh, it's feel I need it. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. Wow, I need it. The taste is it's better than you drink it straight from the bottle. See that grape? Bismillah. They're okay. You know, I like the grape is the long one. Yeah, that's a good one. This one, the bold one, I mean, okay. Let me put that here too. What about if I put this away, put the water here, put whatever, if it's food or snacks needed here. Okay. So I'm gonna have my snacks there. Oh, my water. Good. Make me second cup of coffee, come back. And this time I'll come back for real and sit and do stuff for skin and all that. So yeah, she said, stop all the medication you're taking. Now I'll start all over from the beginning. Like we never did anything. Like what? The whole time I'm taking all this medication, make me feel all kind of way. They say as needed. Oh my God, I was thinking out loud. Oh man, look at me. I say as needed. The answer, I was thinking, but when the doctor asked me, is it 3 times or you take it 3 times, or I say once? I say it say as needed. And I don't know why I rethink that question in my head with the doctor when she asked me, and I just repeat it again and I say as needed. What? Why did I say that out loud? That's crazy. Yeah, and I woke up so early today. I'm so sleepy. Um, wake up. I slept 11:30 last night, and then still wake up early. Did all my stuff, pray, talk to my mom for sure. Got some emails done. Get some stuff to be written and everything, and get myself a little bit ready. Get my first cup of coffee. That's my second. Vacuum the apartment, and now I feel, oh, I just need water. Then now I was moving around, so why would I not let you hang it out with me for a minute? Well, next time I need to bring you with me here to the kitchen. But keep moving because I'm moving a lot. The water. So if I'm in the kitchen, I left the kitchen already. That's why I feel like, yeah, just let this stay there only. Okay. Okay. I did the floor, the kitchen. Kitchen floor. As my friend saying, you clean all the time. Yeah, I know. I do that for a living, and I do that. I'm stressed. I do that when I'm happy. That's good. That's good. You like to clean all the time. That's another thing about people. Like, there's two things when the overthinking. Actually, a few things. One time I became shopping so much from Amazon. I'm glad I stopped this addiction. It's been a few years since I stopped it, and I'm proud of myself. And I don't want to go back and download the app and back to the shopping and all this crazy. So, yeah. And then change to overeating. Not only overeating, I was also delivery. Not just cook, not just deliver. Even cannot afford it. Till it became like crazy. Cannot do that. Well, I know. And then it's changed to become actually this video is not gonna be get ready with me. This is gonna be organize in my closet, I guess, or something like this. Yeah. And before get ready with me, close the video and start a new one to say get ready with me. So it will be more make sense because I've been moving around doing stuff, so that's not gonna be get ready with me. Because I'm just still cleaning. So anyhow, yeah. That's what happened. So doctor told me sport medicine, stop all the medication I've been taking for muscles and pinch, all that, and just take the one she described for me. Okay, clean my shoes. That kitchen sink have to be cleaned so many million times. Clean it a lot. I love it. I love clean. Okay, my coffee's ready. All right. You have to be careful because it's full. Shouldn't let it fall away now. So less water. All right, I already vacuumed the apartment. I fixed the bed. Let's see what's around the kitchen. Nothing there. Dishes washed. Wiped the floor already. Everything is clean and organized. An apartment, and that's beautiful. Cleaned the bathroom already. My second cup of coffee. Hello. And I'll turn off this beautiful star because that's making me sleepy and relaxed. And I can't afford it now. Have a million things to do, please. I need you later in the evening, but before I go to bed. Matter of fact, you help me to go to bed. You make me relax and I slept. Went to bed, right? Okay. This one for the medication. All I have one left. Oh, where's that? Here. Where is the medication thing there? Okay. Yeah. Put this on the side. Let me read the thing quickly for the doctor says. She said is stop gabsipinetine and then stop methocarbamol and stop the ibuprofen and have to change it with Tylenol. And then she want me to take something, I don't know what's the name. She said she's gonna send it to my primary doctor. Primary doctor will respond. And also she refer me to massage therapy, and we'll see if my insurance will cover that. And it say I have myofascial pain, chronic bilateral. What is that? Hold on. Okay, that's Gemini. See, I'm limping, so the MRI today is for my foot. So okay. This one say that is alarm already. Yeah. No. I don't need this alarm here. I need this one out. Sorry. This at 4 a.m. and I needed this one for 3 a.m. Okay. It's done. This one is say hi. This one is say check something quickly. Okay, hold on. And this moving here a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. I was losing the phone. Right. Let's see. Let's say, what is Gemini? What is this word? Gemini. Oh, sorry. Gemini. Oh. Volume. Hey, Gemini.
Hello.
Okay, I have a question for you. What is matter of fact, let me open the camera for you now and look at what the doctor says. Look. I'm just hold on. Look at this section only.
According to the document showing the referral for massage therapy in the document you're sharing, This information is not medical advice or a diagnosis, and you should always see a healthcare professional or seek care for your health concerns.
Okay. So, Gemini, what is myofascial pain?
Myofascial pain is a chronic condition where pressure on sensitive points in your muscles, called trigger points, causes pain in the muscle and often in unrelated parts of your body.
Can you say the word again?
Myofascial.
Myofascial?
That's right. Myofascial.
All right. And the other word she said, I have a chronic bilateral lower back pain without sciatica or sciatica.
You've got it. Sciatica. That refers to pain that radiates from your lower back down through your buttock and all the way down your leg, often caused by a pinched nerve. Because your diagnosis says without sciatica, it occurs to your lower back and doesn't travel down your legs. Bilateral means the pain affects both the left and right sides of your lower back.
Huh. I see her point. I see. So tell me more about both of them, both of these terms.
Myofascial pain involves those sensitive trigger points that can cause pain in the muscle itself or even refer pain to other areas. It's often treated with therapies like massage, which can help release that tension. As for the chronic bilateral low back pain, that means the pain has lasted for a long time, affects both sides, but doesn't travel down the legs. Your doctor can provide more specific details tailored to your situation.
Yeah, that's what the doctor exactly. She wrote a referral to get what's called this massage therapy.
Since you have that referral, the next step is to find a licensed massage therapist. You might want to check with your insurance provider to see if they cover the therapy and if there are any specific therapists you need to use. Would you like some help finding therapists near you?
Sure, but not right now. Now I wanna finish cleaning and everything. Then we'll talk about this later.
Sounds good. Whenever you're ready to pick this back up, just let me know. Good luck with your cleaning.
Thank you. Gemini, is that okay to sit here chilling and talking to me a little bit while I'm cleaning?
I'd be happy to chat while you clean. What's on your mind?
All right. Okay, what's in my mind? Gemini, what's in my mind? Well, Gemini, tell me more about that fascia thing. Actually, first help me how to say the word.
Let's start with how to say it. You pronounce it fascia. It's basically a thin casing of connective tissue that wraps around and supports every muscle, bone, and organ in your body. Kind of like an internal packing material that holds everything together.
More. I need to learn more about it. And make it in easy words because I'm still try to learn about all that information.
Think of fascia like a stretchy body stocking. It's a continuous web of tissue that connects everything from head to toe. When it's healthy, it's sleek and flexible, letting your muscles glide past each other easily. But if it becomes tight or stuck, it can cause pain and restrict movement.
And where is fascia location?
Fascia isn't in just one spot. It's everywhere in your body. It forms a continuous network from head to toe, wrapping around your muscles, bones, and organs, weaving everything together into a single unified system.
So that's mean it's like a jelly, watery look-alike?
It's not really jelly or watery. Fascia is made of dense, tough fibers that provide support and structure, similar to strong woven fabric. It's designed to be both strong and flexible to allow your body to move.
So there is no location for it?
There isn't an unknown location. It's simply present throughout your entire body. You can think of it like a continuous three-dimensional web that connects and envelops all your muscles, organs, and bones. So it's always there.
So what happened to my fascia though?
Based on your diagnosis, the fascia in your lower back may have developed tight, sensitive areas, often called trigger points, which restrict movement and cause chronic pain. These restrictions can make the tissue feel less flexible and can refer pain to other areas.
But what has caused that?
Myofascial pain can be caused by things like muscle injuries, repetitive strain or overuse from daily activities, poor posture, or even stress that leads to ongoing muscle tension.
What do you mean by poor posture?
Poor posture means holding your body in a way that puts strain on your muscles and joints, like slouching for long periods while sitting, or constantly hunching over your phone, which can lead to muscle imbalance and tension over time.
Hold on. Just give me a second. Hold on.
Sounds good. I'll be right here whenever you're ready to talk again.
Okay, Gemini, I'm back. Explain the last part, please.
When you stay in a strained position, your muscles have to work harder to keep you upright. Over time, this can cause some muscles to become overly tight while others become weak, creating imbalances that lead to persistent tension and pain in the back.
No, I mean the part you was telling me about, what's called this? The poor positions, like you say something about holding the phone and stuff like this. I didn't hear that part. I was far away from the phone.
I was just saying that constantly hunching over to look at your phone can put a lot of strain on your neck and back, leading to muscle imbalances and tension over time.
Really?
Yes, it really can. That forward head posture puts a lot of extra weight and stress on your spine, which is why it's so common for people to feel discomfort there.
And beside the phone, you said other wrong posture?
Keeping your screen at eye level and being mindful of how you're sitting can make a big difference in preventing that kind of strain. Is there another part of your posture you're curious about?
No, I say beside the wrong posture, what else?
Besides poor posture, other common causes include muscle injuries like strains or tears, repetitive strain from activities that use the same muscles repeatedly, and stress that leads to prolonged muscle tension.
Well, I got a little injured, not little, a lot, at my lower back when I was doing the physical test, and that's hurt me so badly. So that happened in May 16. Until now, I'm still in that pain.
That sounds incredibly painful, and I'm sorry you've been dealing with that discomfort for so long. An injury like that can absolutely lead to persistent muscle strain and trigger points in the fascia, contributing to the chronic pain you're experiencing. This is not medical advice or a diagnosis, and you should see a healthcare professional or seek care for your health concerns.
I already did yesterday, and that's why I'm talking to you about the doctor, what she told me. That's exactly what she said. That's why I'm trying to learn more about her diagnosis, because she did diagnose it that way, and I still want to learn more about these terms she diagnosed.
It's really helpful that you're looking to understand those terms more clearly. Chronic bilateral lower back pain just means you've had pain affecting both sides of your lower back for a long time, and without sciatica means it's not traveling down your legs. Myofascial pain refers to the tender trigger points in the muscles and fascia that are causing that persistent discomfort. Understanding these terms is a great way to take an active role in your recovery process.
Okay, so how many sessions of the massage I need, though. The tissue massage or something like that. How many
For
times?
myofascial pain, therapists often use techniques that apply direct pressure to those tender trigger points, which helps release the tension and improve circulation in the affected area. It's designed to stretch and soften the fascia, making it more pliable and reducing pain.
So if the insurance not pay for the massage tissues, then what should I do? An alternative? I say, Gemini, if the insurance not pay for the massage, what should I do instead?
If your insurance doesn't cover the massage, you can start by contacting them to ask for a formal appeal or to understand if there are specific conditions under which it might be covered. You can also ask your doctor's office if they can provide more documentation or resubmit the claim with different coding. If it's still not covered, you could look into out-of-pocket payment options, flexible spending accounts, or see if there are clinics that offer any sliding scale or affordable rates.
When you say out of pocket, like how much in Seattle price? You know, I live in downtown Seattle, so that's expensive.
In downtown Seattle, out-of-pocket costs for a 60-minute massage typically range from about $100 to $130, though prices can vary depending on the specific clinic or therapist.
So I heard in Seattle they have that robot massage.
You're likely thinking of Escape, which is a robotic massage system available in downtown Seattle. It offers customizable sessions where you can control the pressure and target specific areas while remaining fully clothed.
Yeah, fully clothed. And I heard like the machine will massage you.
That's exactly right. The machine maps your body and provides precise, targeted pressure based on your settings, so you can get a customized experience without needing to remove any of your clothing.
That's true. But there is no human, like only a robot will massage me.
That's correct. It's a completely automated system, so you don't have to interact with a human therapist during the session. How is the cleaning coming along?
Oh, yes, good. Thank you for chat with me, because this helped me a lot to not really focus on cleaning. Because, you know, like cleaning, sometimes you get overwhelmed and like you do too much then. But since we're chatting, so that's helped me to not really focus on the cleaning, just focus on the conversation.
I'm really glad our conversation made the cleaning less overwhelming for you. I'm always here if you want to chat more or if you ever want to dive back into the details of your massage referral. Just say the word.
So yeah, tell me more, Gemini, about the robot massage. Okay, Gemini, tell me more about that robot massage.
It's a really high-tech system that uses advanced sensors and artificial intelligence to scan your body and create a customized massage plan just for you. You can adjust the pressure and target specific muscle groups, and since it's hands-free, you're completely in control of the entire experience.
Okay, so is that going to help my situation, the one we just discussed a minute ago?
While a robotic massage can be effective for relieving muscle tension, your doctor's referral was specifically for massage therapy. It would be a good idea to discuss this option with your healthcare provider or physical therapist to make sure it's appropriate for your specific condition.
Really?
Yes, healthcare professionals can offer personalized advice tailored to your medical history and the specific nature of your injury, which is the best way to ensure any treatment is safe and effective for you.
No, I didn't mean to say really about the doctor. I say really about the, when you say like, I cannot just go ahead and I have to talk to the doctor first. That's why I say really.
I understand why you'd be surprised by that, but the reason it's important is that your injury and diagnosis are unique, and a healthcare professional can ensure any new treatment is safe and directly addresses your specific needs.
Did you say unique? Gemini, did you say my situation or my injury unique?
I said that your injury and diagnosis are unique because everyone's body and medical history are different.
So the word unique means it's different from person to person.
Yes, that's exactly what it means. Because your experience is specific to you, your healthcare provider's recommendations are tailored to your individual needs rather than being the same for everyone.
Okay. All these accessories I have right here, I was supposed to wear them when I was at my friend's house for the vlogs I was planning to make, but I did not wear them. So I feel bad for not wear all these accessories. But anyhow, yes, Gemini. What else about the lower back thing? I forgot the word. Sciatica? What is that word? You corrected to
That's
me a
all
minute
right
ago?
about the accessories. The word you're thinking of is myofascial. It basically means there's tension and trigger points in the muscles and their connective tissue, causing the pain you're feeling in your lower back. Is there a specific part of that you'd like to explore further?
No, I'm talking about the word you told me about a minute ago. Not for the lower back. You say something about it.
Perhaps you're thinking of Escape, the name of the robotic massage system we talked
Not
about.
the
Is that
massage
the word
as
you were
well. I'm
trying to
sorry.
recall?
Gemini, no. I was telling you the doctor said I have a chronic lower back pain, something. I forgot what was. And then she said without, and she said the word, and you corrected for me. What was that word?
The word you were trying to remember is sciatica.
What does that mean?
Sciatica refers to pain that radiates from your lower back, down through your buttock, and all the way down your leg, often caused by a pinched nerve. Since your diagnosis says without sciatica, it means your pain is confined to your lower back and doesn't travel down your legs.
So where is that numbness come from, though?
The discomfort in your lower back typically comes from the spine, where the nerves, discs, muscles, and ligaments in that area can become strained or injured.
Yeah, but what is the numbness I have? Where does that come from, though?
It often stems from pressure or damage to the structures in your lower back, such as muscle strains, ligament sprains, or even issues with the discs between your vertebrae, which can be aggravated by injury, poor posture, or overuse.
Actually, I guess my what I've tried to ask you, Gemini.
Take your time. I'm here when
Yes,
you're
I
ready to
remember.
continue.
The lower back, sorry, not the lower back, the numbness. I have numbness in my whole left side of the body. Where does that come from? Like, what is the doctor thought when she said that? Well, go ahead. English.
Numbness on the entire left side of your body is a symptom that requires immediate medical evaluation, as it could indicate a serious neurological issue. This is not medical advice or a diagnosis, and you should see a healthcare professional or seek care as soon as possible.
Well, I did yesterday, and they say it's not a neurological need to check for.
That's good to hear that they've ruled that out. Since the doctors say it's not neurological, do they suggest what might be causing the numbness, or perhaps discuss another potential cause?
No, that's exactly what I'm confused. Like, that's the only thing she wrote. She wrote me medication I have to take once every night, once in a night before bedtime. And then she said I'll come see her next month and continue the physical therapy. And then for tissue massage or massage tissue, something like this. And then, yeah, that's it. But I didn't understand. That's why, and the time is up with the doctor, like, how's their time so short? So I didn't know, like, what's going on here. So that's why I'm trying to learn more from you, maybe to ask the correct question for next appointment. That's probably, I have this conversation with you, so I'll ask the correct questions to my doctor.
It makes perfect sense that you want to be prepared for your next appointment to get the clarity you need. You could ask your doctor what the specific goal of the physical and massage therapy is for your symptoms, how the medication they prescribed helps with the numbness, and what the exact diagnosis is that's causing these issues. You might also ask about when you can expect to start feeling some improvement.
Well, I ask about when I'm gonna feel improvement. They say it's depend. Each body is different, and that's why she want me to do my physical therapy and all this for the whole month. And
That
finish like
makes sense that they emphasized everyone's body is different. To help you prepare for that next appointment, would you like assistance finding a local physical therapy clinic, or perhaps organizing a list of questions for the doctor?
No, I already have a physical therapy, Gemini. I already had a 6 session with him already, and now I have 6 more sessions left.
It sounds like you're making steady progress with those sessions. Since you have 6 more to go, have you noticed any changes in your symptoms since you started? And would you like to start thinking about specific questions for that next appointment?
Well, Gemini, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Am I okay or am I not okay? Like, that's weird. Sometimes I'm okay, sometimes I'm not. Some movement I do, you see me, on YouTube live. I'm cleaning, do stuff, helping my friend babysit his pets and everything. Okay, sometimes get cool, sometimes it get painful. Sometimes I can handle it, sometimes I can't handle it. Sometimes it's feel like the pain, I can live with it. Sometimes the pain, I can't live with it. So even the doctors say if you have it, you should always have it, but it's come and go. That's what's her concern, like why it's not just the pain is just there, like why it's come and go, you know.
It's completely understandable to feel confused when pain comes and goes like that, especially when you're trying to stay active. It's actually quite common for myofascial pain to fluctuate. Certain movements, periods of sitting, stress levels, and even fatigue can all trigger flare-ups or provide temporary relief, making the pain feel variable. The most important next step is to mention this specific pattern to your healthcare provider so they can adjust your treatment plan accordingly.
What should exactly I have to mention? Say it again, like what exactly I have to tell the doctor?
You should tell your doctor that the pain isn't constant and that certain activities, your stress levels, or even fatigue seem to act as triggers or provide temporary relief, causing the pain to fluctuate.
Well, I told her about the pain come and go. That's why we did talk about it yesterday. But that fatigue, you're right. I got that fatigue sometimes like badly. I cannot leave from the bed for a whole day. Like it's too much fatigue. And sometimes I'm okay. So what does that mean? What does that fatigue come from?
That profound fatigue can be a direct result of living with chronic pain, as your body uses a tremendous amount of energy just to cope with the discomfort, and pain often disrupts your sleep, preventing you from getting the restorative rest you need. While I can't provide a medical explanation, it would be really helpful to track exactly when this fatigue happens so you can share those details with your doctor at your next appointment.
So, Gemini, what do you mean by tracking? Like the day I feel fatigue, I have to write this information down and tell her next time appointment, tell her which day that a fatigue happened? Is that?
Exactly. Keeping a simple log where you note the date and how severe the fatigue is, along with any activities or stressors that day, will give your doctor great information to work with at your next appointment.
So, how would I know if I'm not just tired because I'm moving and work and all this? How would I know if I'm tired and I need rest? And how would I know that's a fatigue come from illness or sickness or something? How would I know the difference? Because some people, they are 100% healthy, but they get the fatigue is they cannot move and all this because they are overwhelmed from work a lot. So how would I know what's the difference?
It's a great question, as it can be tricky to tell the difference. Generally, normal tiredness usually improves with a good night's sleep or a period of rest. Fatigue from a chronic condition is often more persistent, doesn't go away with rest, and can feel debilitating, making even simple tasks feel impossible. Since your fatigue is linked to your medical situation, keeping a detailed log and discussing the specific nature of it with your healthcare provider is the most reliable way to understand the difference for you.
Gemini, while I'm cleaning, thank you for a beautiful conversation I have with you while I'm cleaning. So while I'm cleaning, I'm organizing my accessories here, and I have all that tingly, the chain with the rings. I'm trying to open that tingly. Is there any like easy advice how to release that necklace chain from? Oh, Gemini, sorry. Gemini, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Gemini? Gemini, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. What would you like to discuss?
Where's my another Gemini? Change the voice. But anyhow, so I'm doing my cleaning my closet, and then I'm trying to. I have it. Okay. I think it's some open. So the chain of the necklace is tangled with all these rings. So I'm trying to release them. So there is a way I can do it like remove that tingling?
A good way to start is by laying the necklace and rings out on a flat surface with good lighting. You can then try using a fine pin or needle to gently loosen the knots by working at the center of the tangle. If it's really stuck, a little baby oil or dish soap can help the metal slide apart more easily, but be careful with delicate gems.
What does a delicate gems means?
Delicate gems are gemstones that are softer or more fragile, like pearls, opals, or emeralds. Because they scratch or chip easily, you have to be careful not to use harsh cleaners or rough tools on them.
I see. All right, Gemini, thank you for the advice.
You're very welcome. I hope you're able to untangle everything easily. Let me know if you need anything else.
Actually, I did. That's why I say thank you for your advice. You helped me a lot. Thank you.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that worked out. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
So earlier we were talking about the fascia thing. Can you just pronounce it slowly so I will learn how to say it in English, because English is my second language.
It's pronounced fascia. Let's say it again, slowly. Fascia.
Fascia. But the word was, hold on, let me reread it from the paper, from my doctor note. She said...
Take your time. I'm right here. Just let me know when you find the word.
She say, myofascial pain.
You've got it. It's pronounced myofascial pain.
But is that the same fascia? Gemini, is this the same, the fascia, or this is different?
They are closely related. Fascia is the connective tissue, and myofascial pain refers to pain that involves both the muscles and that fascia.
What is the difference?
Fascia is the actual tissue, like the network of connective tissue in your body, and myofascial pain is the condition when that tissue becomes tight or has sensitive spots.
No, explain slowly, please.
Think of fascia as the actual material, like a stretchy web of tissue in your body. Myofascial pain is what happens when that tissue becomes tight or has sensitive spots.
Make it simple, please.
Fascia is the stretchy tissue in your body, and myofascial pain is the name for the soreness when that tissue gets tight.
Why, for some reason, it's so hard to get it? Like, why is so difficult to understand it? To understand what?
It can be confusing because it involves internal structures we can't see. But don't worry, we can keep it simple. Think of fascia as a continuous web of stretchy material surrounding your muscles. And when this material gets tight or sore, that's what doctors call myofascial pain.
Gemini, am I slow or it is a complicated?
It's not that the process itself is slow, but the symptoms can be persistent. It can feel complicated because the pain and tightness can affect various parts of your body and seem to come and go.
No, I mean, am I slow or it is complicated to understand this word? That's what I'm trying to ask you.
It is definitely a complicated concept to understand. You are certainly not slow for finding it challenging. It's a technical medical term that many people find difficult to grasp at first.
So the let's call it again the word myofascial. Oh my God, why is it hard to say it? What is the name?
It's pronounced myofascial. Try saying it in two parts. Myo, then fascial.
Myofascial.
That's it. You nailed it. You're doing great. Are you ready to get back to your cleaning, or is there anything else you'd like to chat about?
Actually, I finished my cleaning. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Good luck with the rest of your cleaning.
No, I done my cleaning. So what I'm going to do, I want to do like get ready with me live with my YouTube.
I am opening the YouTube app for you.
No. I no, I was telling you, after our conversation, I am going to go do get ready with me on YouTube. So what is the recommendation you give me?
Show how you transition from your cleaning look to a fresh, put-together style for going out. You could highlight your skincare routine or share some quick, easy makeup and accessory tips.
Yeah, I'll do that. So, Jonah, do you think I can cut my hair at home myself?
For simple maintenance or trims, many people manage it themselves, but significant cuts can be risky. Hairstylists train for years to master techniques and angles, so for a new style or big change, it's usually best to see a professional to avoid mistakes that are hard to fix. If you're considering a basic trim, using proper hair shears and following tutorials can help.
Right, yeah.
Would you like some ideas for specific hairstyles that would complement your Get Ready With Me video?
Let's see. Okay. Right. Okay. It's already gonna be an hour right now. I don't want to sit. I know myself. If I sit, it can be so hard to get up. So. Yeah, get. Where's your socks? Here we go. These are socks. Wear them. Oh, I can not. No, thank you, Joanna. Thank you. All right, what I'm going to do. Little bit just prepare for tomorrow. اي
شنو عشان ابو قلقل الخايس ما خلاته ينيش، قالت له روح خذ لك شاور.
يا بو
الملائكة تقوم تلعنها. تفو عليك يا وحدي النمرودة الكلبة. تفو قحبة. ابو قلقل يبغينك ما تخليش ينيك الكلبة.
Hey Ashley, you know why you said that the vibes are off and that you just want to have a peaceful life, but you can't, and you can't see why the vibes are off and why you can't live this peaceful life that you really need to have and that you deserve? You want to know why? Because you're the drama. You are the problem. You've always been the problem. You're always going to be the problem. You have zero self-awareness for what you're actually doing to other people. You have no desire to change the way you speak and talk to other people and about other people. You literally sat there and ran your mouth about Fester's daughter. What is she, 14 years old? You sat there talking so much crap about her, and then you're gonna sit there and say that vibes are off? Yeah, the vibes are off. Hopefully Fester is freaking planning your demise. I'll say that in a nice way, I guess. Girl, you ever talk about my baby like that, whether my child is 1 or 14, and I'm your significant other? Oh, honey, you're lucky that the vibes are just off. My ass would have been locked up. Hey Ashley, you know why you said that the vibes are off and that you just want to have a peaceful life, but you can't, and you can't see why the vibes are off and why you can't live this peaceful life?
8 months ago, I played her.
And then Amazon and what else? UPS. Just kidding. But
When you talk like this, I question who's actually in control of your world.
so then she told me she was gonna unmod for me, and
I'm kind of new to this live thing, so what does the expression unmod for me mean?
that's fine. Don't be a mod for me. I don't give a fine.
You do realize every time you say that, we know deep down inside of you, you're actually crying like a little child.
I don't. Biscuit, have you had your twins yet?
You always gotta try to stir a pot, don't you?
So yeah. And I'm who I am, and I will never change for anybody but my kids and my younger viewers. And I've said that plenty of times.
I don't know if you've said it plenty of times, but I know you said it enough that it bothers me. What do you mean by your younger viewers? Why would you think you should be appealing to the younger crowd? The statement role model and Ash Trevino will never be used in the same sentence. And the only younger viewer you're ever appealing to are the younger guys out there that are just in juvie hall that you're hoping that you can take advantage of. Well, I'm sorry, you wait for them to be at least 19 while you're 54.
And then you came and told me Annika's racist. Do you not realize I've said stuff?
So with a full chest, you say that one of your people is a racist, and you are as well. That's all I heard there. Am I wrong? When you talk like this, I question who's actually in control of your world.
So then she told me she was gonna unmod for me, and
I'm kind of new to this live thing, so what does the expression unmod for me mean?
that's fine. Don't be a mod for me. I don't give a fine.
You do realize every time you say that, we know deep down inside of you, you're actually crying like a little child.
I don't. Biscuit, have you had your twins yet?
You always gotta try to stir a pot, don't you?
So yeah. And I'm who I am, and yep. Like I said, I've done a lot for people, and honestly, I felt the vibes off for the last 2 days. The vibes have been off. And I personally don't need that. I just started this new journey in my life, and I don't want no negativity in my life. I don't want nothing that's going to ruin anything that I have coming on. Yeah. Like, honestly, today the vibes were really freaking off, and I just was not, I was trying to enjoy the day, but I couldn't enjoy the day. Like, I just kept texting my second mom, and I'm like, the vibes are not there. Like, the vibes are off. And when you feel like the vibes are off, like, you can't enjoy yourself. So, thank you. Yep. Like I said, I've done a lot for people, and honestly, I felt the vibes off for the last 2 days. The vibes have been off. And all right, let's try.
The report Joanna's video on her page about the GoFundMe and her GoFundMe. It's under Joanna Castro. It was literally a few weeks after she tried to attack me in front of their daughter when we went to go pick up his daughter. So yes, we were together. We weren't like, we were still like, you know, me and him were having problems, but we were still together. I lived with him. And yeah. And a while ago, I heard her say something about, it was just me trying to get my family back together. Like, I want to be cordial with him. No, you don't, bitch, because you keep talking about us. I could have been civil, because I'm not a mean person. I wouldn't mind being civil just for the kids. But you keep talking so much shit. Do you not know that I took her daughter on a shopping spree in June? Spent like $1,400 on her. And the bitch still talks shit. Yeah, and that's what I even said. I said, to get somebody for cyberbullying, you don't need an attorney. But she owes her other attorney for 2023 $9,000. Plus, I think she might owe somebody else money, but she literally is a weed head, and it's not legal here in Texas. That's why she's sitting where she's sitting, because that's where she smokes at. Mind you,
Okay, what?
I'm talking to an attorney tomorrow. Nobody knows. So I'm going to talk to an attorney tomorrow.
Yep. All right, let's try.
I'm so
The report
noisy.
Joanna's video on her page about the GoFundMe and her GoFundMe. It's under Joanna Castro. It was literally a few weeks after she tried to attack me in front of their daughter when we went to go pick up his daughter. So yes, we were together. We weren't like, we were still like, you know, me and him were having problems, but we were still together. I lived with him. And yeah. And a while ago, I heard her say something about, it was just me trying to get my family back together. Like, I want to be cordial with him. No, you don't, bitch, because you keep talking about us. I could have been civil, because I'm not a mean person. I wouldn't mind being civil just for the kids. But you keep talking so much shit. Do you not know that I took her daughter on a shopping spree in June? Spent like $1,400 on her. And the bitch still talks shit. Yeah, and that's what I even said. I said, to get somebody for cyberbullying, you don't need an attorney. But she owes her other attorney for 2023 $9,000. Plus, I think she might owe somebody else money, but she literally is a weed head, and it's not legal here in Texas. That's why she's sitting where she's sitting, because that's where she smokes at. Mind you, I'm talking to an attorney tomorrow. Nobody knows. So I'm going to talk to an attorney tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and pay to send her a cease and desist. And if she keeps talking about me, guess what? I'm suing her. And I'm going to go ahead and start the process, actually. Go ahead and sue her. So she has property, she has a house, you know, that she took from her name. So yeah, let's play. We don't play, bitch. I have money. She can't touch that GoFundMe, but can you go report it? I'm gonna go full throttle on Joanna. I'm talking to an attorney already, and I'm about to pay the fee to go ahead and get her served with a cease and desist, because she hasn't even collected the money from the GoFundMe, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it so that way I can protect myself, since I already have this other case going. Crazy is those texts have the date. That's literally his response. And it said February 20th. That's of this year. And mind you, we were together, so those texts were not from before we even met. And it's so crazy because, yeah, she just goes out, parties, and literally meets her daughter. And it sucks because I'm probably gonna have to get a restraining order on her, and I won't be around their daughter, which to me, I don't care, because the little girl, yeah, she's innocent, but she acts just like her mom. Like, she only talks to me because of my money. So yeah, it's sad, but that's just the way her mom raised her. And it's not gonna bother me any. Like, I have my own kids, you know, so I already told her names though. So yeah. Somebody was saying.
All right, let's try.
The report Joanna's video on her page about the GoFundMe and her GoFundMe. It's under Joanna Castro. It was literally a few weeks after she tried to attack me in front of their daughter when we went to go pick up his daughter. So yes, we were together. We weren't like, we were still like, you know, me and him were having problems, but we were still together. I lived with him. And yeah. And a while ago, I heard her say something about, it was just me trying to get my family back together. Like, I want to be cordial with him. No, you don't, bitch, because you keep talking about us. I could have been civil, because I'm not a mean person. I wouldn't mind being civil just for the kids. But you keep talking so much shit. Do you not know that I took her daughter on a shopping spree in June? Spent like $1,400 on her. And the bitch still talks shit. Yeah, and that's what I even said. I said, to get somebody for cyberbullying, you don't need an attorney. But she owes her other attorney for 2023 $9,000. Plus, I think she might owe somebody else money, but she literally is a weed head, and it's not legal here in Texas. That's why she's sitting where she's sitting, because that's where she smokes at. Mind you, I'm talking to an attorney tomorrow. Nobody knows. So I'm going to talk to an attorney tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and pay to send her a cease and desist. And if she keeps talking about me, guess what? I'm suing her. And I'm going to go ahead and start the process, actually. Go ahead and sue her. So she has property. She has a house, that she took from her name. So yeah, let's play. We can play, bitch. I have money. She can't touch that GoFundMe, but can you go report it? I'm going to go full throttle on Joanna. I'm talking to an attorney already. And I'm about to pay the fee to go ahead and get her started with the cease and desist because she hasn't even collected the money from the GoFundMe. So I'm going to go ahead and start it so that way I can protect myself since I already have this other case going. Crazy is those checks have the date. That's literally his response. And it said February 20th. That's this year. And mind you, we were together, so those checks were not from before we even met. And it's so crazy because, she just goes out, parties, and literally meets her daughter. And it sucks because I'm probably going to have to get a restraining order on her, and I won't be around their daughter, which, to me, I don't care because the little girl, she's innocent, but she acts just like her mom. Like, she only talks to me because of my money. So, yeah, it's sad, but that's just the way her mom raised her. And it's not going to bother me any. Like, I have my own kids, so I already told Renee though. So, yeah. Somebody was saying... All right, let's try. Go report Joanna's video on her page about the GoFundMe and her GoFundMe. It's under Joanna Castro. It was literally a few weeks after she tried to attack me in front of their daughter when we went to go pick up his daughter. So, yes, we were together. We were still me and him were having problems, but we were still together. I lived with him. And, and a while ago I heard her say something about, it was just me trying to get my family back together. Like, I want to be cordial with him. No, you don't, bitch, because you keep talking about us. I could have been civil because I'm not a mean person. I wouldn't mind being civil just for the kids. But you keep talking so much shit. Do you not know that I took her daughter on a shopping spree in June? Spent like $1,400 on her. And the bitch still talks shit. Yeah, and that's what I even said. I said, to get somebody for cyberbullying, you don't.
I really wish people would see where I came from and what I've done and all that. Because, and you've, done everything for your kids. And it's so true. I've done a lot, and I've done a lot of BS, and I've said crazy things, but at the end of the day, I've honestly been on my grind for the girls, and it's true, because nobody else is gonna sit here and...
All right, let me search this channel. Say top fan. What is say T capital, then T small, then Y capital, then Y small. And this, no, not underscore, then tween, then I, number 8. And then you on YouTube. I don't see. There is no result. Why show me so many channels on? But thank you. I can't see the channel because show me so many results, but thank you so much for being the top fan. T capital, T small, Y capital, Y small. The dash, not small dash, the dash in the middle. I, 8, number 8, any the letter U. They say top fans. And with the in front of the name say 50 XP. I don't know what does that mean. Okay.
What I've done for my daughters and support them and all that. And it's just crazy. I really wish people would see where I came from and what I've done and all that, because and you've, done everything for your kids. And it's so true. Like, I've done a lot, and yeah, I've done a lot of BS, and I've said crazy things, but at the end of the day, I've honestly been on my grind for the girls, and it's true. Because, nobody else is going to sit here and do what I've done for my daughters and support them and all that. And it's just crazy. I really wish people would see where I came from and what I've done and all that. Because, and
How do you think this is a win? Why do you post such things, or you're letting your son-child over there post this and saying that this is a big win for you? Yahweh, riddle me this, Batman. Why is it that now you're bringing up his previous marriage? But while you were squatting at his house, you never asked those questions. Did she ever make lunches for you? No? Okay, well now I'm gonna be making lunches for you. Chingado, esos chorrobins son chorrobins. How? How do you think this is a win? Why do you post such things, or you're letting your son-child over there post this and saying that this is a big win for you? Yahweh, riddle me this, Batman. Why is it that now you're bringing up his previous marriage? But while you were squatting at his house, you never asked those questions. Did she ever make lunches for you? No? Okay, well now I'm gonna be making lunches for you. Chingado, esos chorrobins son chorrobins. How? How do you think this is a win? Why do you post such things, or you're letting your son-child over there post this and saying that this is a big win for you? Yahweh, riddle me this, Batman. Why is...
Okay, what do you have to say about...
Hey, Ashley, you know what?
all right, you guys, I'm about to call it a night. I did some cameos, you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. We had an amazing dinner tonight. If you came, thank you. Have a good night, you guys. Remember, say your prayers. And if you're single, continue to be that single queen. Because at the end of the day, we don't need people. Remember that. You are that baddie. Continue to be the baddie that you are. You can do it all on your own, baby girl. If I can do it, you can do it. And when you feel like life is getting hard, keep pushing. Because at the end of the day, we don't give up. We are queens. Anyways, you guys, a good night. Oh, look at her on my gloves. Oh, my eyes are irritated now. See, I should have never wore lashes. Now they're irritated and they're going to drive me insane. Anyways, you guys, good night. Have a good night, you guys. Benny, thank you. Thank you, Benny. Okay, I have to go to bed, you guys. I really, really, really have to go to bed. Yeah. Go to Jocelyn's live. You'll see me in there probably. But yeah, have a good night, you guys. Remember, say your prayers. And if you're...
For some people, this might be an epiphany. For her, it's just an episode.
I never knew I was going to go through legal battles and have issues.
You do realize most people don't wake up in the morning and say, hey, let's go commit a felony. In your case, it might be a little bit different because you are a little bit different, but most people don't aspire to do those things.
I never thought the life that I have now is the life I've always...
And then she said, you guys can't even afford to where we're going to eat. We all can afford Taco Bell, Ash. But you know what we don't have? Fraud charges. You know what we don't have? Payment plans. But if you want to believe that you're this rich queen, let it feed your delusional self. It's fine. I just enjoy laughing at you, not with you. And then she said, you guys can't even afford to where we're going to eat. We all can afford Taco Bell, Ash. But you know what we don't have? Fraud charges. You know what we don't have?
All right.
8 months ago, I quit nursing. And
المجزرة الحقيقية لاسمي ونصيب ويمكن Perez Hilton has now lost custody of his children. His mother has filed paperwork to get temporary custody of all 3 of his children that he had with a surrogate. Perez has agreed and has also signed the paperwork. His mother, Teresita Lavendera, who lives with Perez and his children, has filed for temporary custody of all 3, who are 13, 11, and 8, and Perez voluntarily signed the agreement. He wrote, I realize by signing this document, I'm consenting to the petitioner having temporary legal custody of the minor children, and that such temporary custody is in the best interest of the children. I realize that the custody of my children by the petitioner is temporary and that I may at any time petition the court to return legal custody to me. I understand and acknowledge that I may have to comply with a reasonable transition plan prior to the court returning legal custody to me. Perez has also requested to seal the case from public view, saying the respondent in this case is a public figure and the media has been surrounding his home for days on end. The children in this case should not be subjected to any further trauma related to the incidents that are the basis for this petition. Giving his mother temporary custody will allow her to do all the things that are needed for the children. She'll be able to consent to any medical or dental care. She can gain access to any of the medical files or any education records. And she can also make educational decisions and do all other things necessary for the care of the children. His family has given a number of updates on Perez's website about his condition, and the latest said that he's stable in the hospital. He is going to require some sort of surgery in the next few days, and he has been committed to the hospital under Florida's Baker Act, which is a mental health act that they can involuntarily commit someone who is going to be at harm to themselves or someone else. And it looks like Perez is going to be in the hospital, hopefully for some time, getting the help he needs now that his mother has custody of his children.
Guy you're dating is acting weird. Well, it's probably because he's been using manosphere red pill tactics on you.
What?
Let's get into this list and let me know if any of these tactics have been used on you, girl. Unfortunately, there is no link for this list because I put it together on ChatGPT. A lot of these tactics are shared in forums, in comment sections. So there's no like one website you can go to find out red pill, manosphere, pickup artist tactics that men are using. Okay, first take a screenshot. Okay, great. Before I get into the rest of this list, let's look at a couple of these, shall we? You know those backhanded comments that guy that you've been dating has been giving you? You know, the ones where they say things like, you're really pretty for fill in the blank. Yeah. The ones that make you feel a little bad and you're not really sure why. That's called negging, girl. And they're teaching each other how to do that. They're trying to destabilize your confidence. Girl, push and pull, another familiar tactic where they're affectionate one minute, they're cold the next minute, they're available one minute, they're unavailable the next minute. He's not busy, girl. He doesn't have extra work. He's implementing push-pull, the push-pull tactic. Go ahead and take a screenshot. Make yourself scarce, strategic unavailability, another version of that, intentionally being unavailable so that you can fuck with people's heads. Qualification hoops, ask questions or create standards she must satisfy to earn approval, attention, or continued pursuit. This is what Voice Memo Guy was doing when he said, I need to see if we're compatible before we move forward. This is what he was doing. Grab your screenshot. Compliance tests, make small requests and observe whether she complies. Gradually increase requests as measure of investment. This is them pushing up on your boundaries, Bookie. Sexual escalation. Speaking of voice.
Yo, Fester, you're a little BITC. You know where I'm going with this. The fact that you let that frog-looking 4 foot nothing linebacker body having ASSBITC, sit there and talk about everybody in your family and you don't do anything about it. What kind of man are you? Oh wait, you're not. You're a PWBIT, that's what you are. The fact that you've let this little troll talk not only about your daughter, your ex-wife, she's been rooming your son. She's now talking crap about your sister. She's talked bad about your family. She's talked bad about you, your cousin. What is wrong with you? Grow a freaking pair.
مجزرة اسمي ونصيب
يا
حلقة
باو، why
واحدة.
this
حاسس
work?
ان
I
جن
don't
بقى
like the
مركز
work.
على الجرين فلاجز الغلط. كل الناس عامله لي لسته بيهم. اصله بيرد بسرعه، يجيب لي ورد، بينزل صورنا سوشيال ميديا، بيعمل لي برنسس تريتمنت. ودي حاجات حلوه اكيد، كيوت قوي تمام. لكن دي مش الحاجات اللي بتحدد اذا كانت العلاقه هتكمل ولا لا. اسالي نفسك بدل كده، هل الشخص ده بيعرف يتحمل مسؤوليه؟ طب هل بيعرف يتعامل مع الفلوس من غير تعور؟ طب هل بيحترم اهله؟ بيحترم الناس اللي حواليه؟ طب هل لما تحصل مشكله
But what
بيعرف
about if
يتكلم
I
ويحلها؟
don't want to be in that relationship?
Hey Jasmine.
I'm tired of hearing, try to understand, try to see what's wrong with me, and all this became all playing games and everything. Well, sure, you guys play, I'm out of the game. Take care of this girl. That's it.
A little bit.
I recommend every driver.
والله العظيم اللي هحكيه دلوقتي ده كله.
People started.
Forget.
My question was,
Do you wait?
think about this. If the devil had the
Good morning, Julia. Let's go have.
it ain't never that serious.
Here's what you can actually see on August 12th and when to look.
today?
So first, set an alarm for about 45 minutes or so before your local sunrise if you can. Then go out, look towards the eastern horizon for the planet lineup. You're going to see Mars and Saturn. They're going to be your best naked eye targets. Mercury and Jupiter will be extremely low on the horizon, and then Uranus and Neptune will require some sort of binocular or telescope. Don't expect the planets to like jump out at you. They will be visible on different levels.
Oh.
Now, the eclipse is going to be the most local dependent event. Totality is going to happen in Greenland, Iceland, and northern Spain. For my US viewers, this is only a partial eclipse, no totality here. It will be visible from Alaska through parts of the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, Northwest, and Mid-Atlantic, down into North Carolina. If you're outside of that zone, don't stress. You're going to want to focus on the main event. The Perseids are going to be your best bet. So the meteor shower, if you're anywhere in the northern hemisphere, it's going to be good. Get away from the city lights if you can. Put your phone down if that's even possible these days. But let your eyes adjust for about 20 minutes. Watch the biggest section of the sky that you can. Start around 10 or 11 p.m. The best window is going to be after midnight through pre-dawn. No telescope, no binoculars, just a chair, dark skies, and patience, really. And the auroras. Let's talk about that. These will be possible if the space weather forecast delivers. So check NOAA, the aurora map right before you head out, especially if you're far north and away from light pollution. That is going to be ideal. I do hope this was helpful, and please look up at this absolutely incredible sky that we have, and then come back and comment and tell me what you're able to see.
If a marriage fails, it's the man's fault 100% of the time. Here's why. Insecure men are about to come out the woodworks. They're already angry, kicking, screaming, and crying. If she cheated on me, how's that my fault? If she acted like this, how's that my fault? Hear me out, bro. When God came walking through the garden, after Eve ate of the fruit, what did he say? Did he say, Eve, where are you? No. He didn't even say, hey, Adam and Eve, where are y'all? What did he say? What did he say? He said, Adam, where are you? I want you to come here and answer for this. How did you let this happen? The man is held accountable 100% of the time. If a marriage fails, it is the man's fault for one of two reasons. A, you weren't a good husband. You didn't lead correctly. Something went downhill. It went terrible. You didn't do it God's way. First of all, if you got divorced, that tells me you didn't do it God's way because God hates divorce. But even if you didn't want to get divorced and that woman divorces you, it is your fault for one of two reasons. A, you weren't a good husband. You weren't a good leader. Or B, you picked the wrong woman to begin with. All right. Now that's where a lot of you just had a realization. You were mad at me this whole video Pissed off, you're probably already typing. You probably already typed a comment. If she cheated on me, how's that my fault? If she left, how's that my fault? If I tried and she didn't, how's that my fault? Bro, if you picked a hussy, you picked a hussy. She didn't pick herself, you picked her. It started with your choice. If you picked a hussy, then you had to have known she was a hussy before you married her. So why did you marry a hussy? There are some really stand-up guys that still, even though they're stand-up guys, do not have this level of accountability. They do not have that level of mindset to take accountability in every single situation. The highest level of mentality in men are men who can take accountability in every single situation that happens in their life. There are things that to this day, y'all, to this day, situations in my life where I look at and I'm like, I really don't know how that was my fault. I don't know how I could have done any different, but somehow that was my fault. And I'm sure it'll be revealed to me when I get older and wiser. But even still, I say for some reason, I'm in that situation. I was in that situation. I went through that because of things that I did. Somewhere, I didn't handle something the right way. That was my fault somewhere. In every single situation. A man should take accountability 100% of the time, especially in marriage. Because that's when it's on you. When you do not lead your woman correctly, that's on you. When you choose the wrong woman to begin with, that is on you. Don't pick a hussy and you won't have problems that can only be brought on by hussies. That's on you, dude. You picked her. Alright? Now look, I ain't talking to the ladies, I'm talking to the men. But ladies, y'all know y'all are worse about this than the men are. Y'all are way worse to play, oh, men ain't junk, men ain't this, men ain't that, there ain't no good man. No, you need to find out what it is. I'm not going to use the same language Cat Williams used, but you need to find out what it is about you that's attracting ain't you know what, you know what's. Okay, but I'm talking to the men. Men, take accountability. If a marriage fails, if a relationship fails, if something goes wrong, it's on you. A, you were a bad leader. B, you made a terrible decision by picking the wrong woman. If you pick the right woman and you lead correctly, the chances of failure are zero, brother. Chances are zero. Take accountability as a man.
From that day on, we was always together. Judy and me was like peas and carrots.
Hey, Ashley, do you regularly sit there and lie to yourself and tell yourself, people hate me because I wouldn't give them a chance for me to be on their panel. I wouldn't give them an interview. There's nobody that wants to interview you. There's nothing that you could say except at the end of the day, and I am a queen, and girl, we don't care. We do not want to hear your that you have to sit there and tell yourself every day so that you can live with yourself. Nobody cares about any of that. We know what kind of person you are. You look miserable. The fact that you can't even leave your house comfortably helps us know that you are a miserable human, and that makes us all happy. I'm so glad you're miserable. I'm sure everybody else is glad that you're miserable too. Keep staying at home. And you know what you said? If we ran into you in public, we'd be a fan. No, if we ran into you in public, it'd be on. It'd be on. That's it.
So if you've been following the Perez Hilton story this week, there's a new update, and it's a serious one. His family just came forward with the most detailed statement yet, and it changes the picture quite a bit from where things stood a few days ago. Let's walk through exactly what they said and how we got here. Quick recap for anyone just landing on this. Tuesday, August 4th, Perez Hilton had a mental health crisis that played out live on TikTok from his home near Miami. Concerned viewers actually called the police themselves. That's how alarming this was. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office responded, found him alone inside, and made the call to de-escalate the situation rather than force their way in, prioritizing his safety over a confrontation. He was safely recovered and taken to the hospital. TikTok pulled the stream after about 30 minutes and suspended his account not long after. And honestly, in the days right after, search results for his name were being suppressed on the platform entirely. That's how fast and how seriously this was being handled behind the scenes. In the days that followed, his family put out a couple of short statements. The first confirmed he was receiving care, that their focus was entirely on his well-being, and asked for privacy while they worked through it. A follow-up update said he was able to communicate with them, which they described as a real source of hope. At that point, that was genuinely the best update anyone could have asked for. Stable, communicating, surrounded by family. Now here's the update from this weekend, and it's more detailed and honestly more serious than anything we've had so far. His family confirmed Hilton remains hospitalized under Florida's Baker Act. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's a state law that allows someone to be held involuntarily for a mental health evaluation if they're considered a danger to themselves. It's not a criminal hold, it's a medical and psychiatric safeguard, the kind of thing designed specifically to keep someone safe through an acute crisis when they might not be able to keep themselves safe on their own. And here's the part that's genuinely concerning. The family statement reads, quote, Perez's condition remains serious but stable. He experienced significant blood loss and sustained additional injuries that will require surgery in the coming days. His treatment and recovery will be a long process. That's about as direct and sobering as a family statement gets, and it tells you this is far from over. They did share one small piece of good news in the middle of that, though, that he'd been able to spend time with his mother and sister over the weekend, which, given everything else, is a genuinely meaningful detail.
People bullying you at work is spiritual. You probably always thought it was you trying to figure out what you can do to be able to hold down this job, but you're starting to realize that no matter what you do, they're gonna find some reason to target you. Your light is too bright and your aura is too powerful. And when you're at that 9 to 5, the people that refuse to work on themselves, they take it out on you. And that includes even the managers. When you first start the job, they will love you because they really, really love your energy. They will put you on that pedestal, and then they will just kick you off of it in about like 3 months, because they're gonna start looking at you thinking like, who do you think you are? Trying to humble you. A lot of you guys be getting fired and be going through the worst types of experiences, but hopefully this video can show you that it's not you, it's them. And I would recommend you guys try to step into entrepreneurship because your energy is too big for that environment.
So if I suggested it was the same day that she had told you that she was going to go to the program in Norwell on December 20th, and then that you and Nicole...
If a man doesn't know what he wants, but he knows he still wants access to your body, that's a sexual predator. And that's why I say situationships are a form of abuse and a form of sexual coercion.
Let's try this one.
Do you guys not get tired? Do you guys never just get tired? I feel like there's a side of the internet that believes that men are these maniacal and, more importantly, intentional beings. I wish half of the world's population was as intentional as the people that make videos like this in the comments that feed into these videos believe.
And this right here is why men love young women. This right here, this mentality is why men love young women. How many years
Too tired. Oh my god.
do we have to teach y'all about
Too fast,
weaponized
Lord.
incompetence? How
Too
many
tired.
freaking
I
years
became
before
back to
y'all
medium
finally
again?
get it? These men are not
Oh,
dumb.
man.
They are
Oh, my
in fact
small
very
yoga pants
intentional.
never fit me.
And they are pretending to be dumb so
Wow.
they can get 22-year-old
Oh, my
women
small
to
yoga
come on the
pants not
internet
fit
and
me.
defend their evil
That's
and nefarious
not nice.
behavior. Y'all
Oh,
swear
you need to
that
do
men are
that.
just fumbling and
What?
bumbling through life when in fact
I
they're
will
extremely
try to
calculating
force
and
them, but
extremely
I'm not gonna be able to
intentional.
breathe. What's the point to wear something? Okay, that's okay.
How's that?
This is okay. But maybe.
Did you see that old crusty dusty white man telling his son
Hey,
that
stop
if he doesn't
it.
want to
with
be
all the
rejected
faces
by
and
women,
stuff.
he should get them pregnant? Now, fast forward. Let's say he takes that old crusty dusty man's advice
Stop
and goes
it.
and knocks up a woman. And when she's
Maybe he's
upset
gotta
about
like
it,
you
and
to
he's
be back
playing
too.
dumb. Oh wow, I don't know. It was a mistake. We were just having fun. It wasn't intentional. Whole time he knows damn well he got this advice from his creepy daddy and implemented it. And then you'll have 22-year-olds on the internet talking about it takes two to tango. He wasn't intentionally trying to he didn't have intent. He wasn't intentionally doing that. They don't have that level of intent. Meanwhile, he's getting life advice from his crusty, dusty old daddy, meaning that this advice has been passed down generation to generation. Never forget, there is a whole online manosphere red pill community of men
What is red
teaching
pill?
other men all of these tactics to manipulate women and take. Let's look at some of these tactics.
Red pill, red pill.
Negging, that's a real popular one. backhanded compliment. So you think he's just giving you a sincere compliment that kind of makes you feel bad about yourself, but he just doesn't know any better. He's not intentional. Meanwhile, he learned how to do this from the internet. Push and pull, giving attention and then withdrawing it. He's telling you, oh, I'm just busy. I'm just busy. I got things to do. It's not, I still want to hang out with you. When reality...
All that small on me because they are small and I back to medium. I'm not going to do that to myself. Again, I'm not going to back to medium again.
Take a seat. Here are 4 reasons you missed someone.
Before I forget, hold on. Hello.
Hello. What can I help you with today?
So, Gemini, why I keep hear a lot in social media about red pill, red pill, red pill. What is going on?
The term comes from the movie The Matrix, where taking the red pill means choosing to see the truth about reality, however difficult it might be. On social media,
Gemini,
it's often used to describe a sudden realization or adoption of a particular...
Gemini is not about the red, not the movie. Red pill is about, there is an app, I think, or something like this, and a man give advice to each other as men to men advice to use women or to be like, I don't know what I hear, like to play games with women, stuff like this. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but can you explain? Because I'm confused.
You're referring to an online subculture where some groups use that term to describe communities focused on advice for men, sometimes promoting manipulative attitudes or behaviors toward women. It's a very controversial topic and often associated with harmful ideas about relationships.
What is so what is a red pill? Is this an application?
It's not an application. It's a term used within certain online communities to describe a set of beliefs about gender dynamics and relationships.
But why they do that? Why they want to talk like this and hurt women? Like, what's wrong with them?
These groups often stem from feelings of frustration, disillusionment, or a belief that they have been unfairly treated by society or women. While they might frame their ideas as ways to understand relationships, they often promote harmful stereotypes and behaviors that disrespect and devalue women. Would you be interested in discussing healthier perspectives on relationships and communication?
No. I'm not interested. But I heard that a lot term, and I keep seeing people talk about it a lot. I say, am I missing something? Why I'm late to the trend? What's going on? Like, why people talk about something and I didn't get it? So now it makes sense. Like, so these people, they just talking bad about like women stuff and all this, and that's why they say, oh, this red pill man, this. That's it. What is red pill man advice? Like, what does that mean? That's what I was frustrating me for not knowing what's going on. That's all.
That's right. You've got the core of it. When people talk about red pill men or their advice, they're usually referring to content that promotes those negative or manipulative views about relationships and interactions with women. It's more of a specific cultural phenomenon than a formal set of guidelines.
Huh. Who's the famous people for doing that? Like, who's more known person name or something like this being known for doing that?
Some prominent figures associated with this type of content include influencers like Andrew Tate and authors known as Rollo Tomassi, who have written or spoken extensively about these topics.
Oh, Andrew Tate, that now makes sense. Okay, I get it now. I heard a lot about him. I felt like they talking red pill, like he is in some application or some app or something. It's called red pill, and I said like, huh. So red pill, like when they call Andrew Tate red pill, so what does that mean?
Calling him red pill means he's seen as a key figure in that community, promoting the ideas of extreme masculinity, traditional gender roles, and skepticism toward modern relationships.
I got it now. So what about if he comes from a culture or a background of his, like his personal background or his personal life, this kind of thing, it's okay with his background. Does that mean, what does that mean to society though?
His personal background and cultural context may influence his perspectives, but the societal impact of his messages is widely debated, with many arguing they can reinforce harmful gender norms and undermine healthy relationships.
Oh, so that's basically like they say it's a because some cultures, like I came unfortunately from Iraqi culture, they do the same thing. They hit women, they beat women, they hurt, they do everything to women, like and they think that's normal. It's normal. Even they kill the women, and they think that's normal. That's why I am here in America.
It's understandably upsetting to hear about cultures that normalize violence or mistreatment. Gender-based violence is a serious issue wherever it occurs, and it's important to advocate for equality and respect for everyone, regardless of cultural background.
Exactly. So yeah, that's not nice to do that to others. So that's why I was saying, like,
I completely agree. Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, free from any form of harm or discrimination, no matter where they live or what their background is.
Exactly.
Is there anything else on your mind regarding this topic?
No, Gemini, now I understand what's going on, because I thought like something I'm missing, like, so that's enough. That's enough to know. But why is there something like happened in you? So that's why people like over a sudden just talk about it, because why my feed is all about that topic? Like, what's going on? Is there some like a trend or something about it? Like, I wake up this morning, all my feed is about this
Social
topic.
media algorithms can make certain topics feel like they're trending everywhere when there's a sudden surge in discussion, often sparked by a new controversy, a public figure's statements, or new content being shared within those communities. There isn't necessarily one single event, but rather a continuous flow of related posts.
Oh, okay. So algorithm, that's come to my algorithm. How remove this from my algorithm? I don't want it.
You can reduce that content by using the not interested or hide options on the posts, blocking accounts that share it, and most importantly, avoiding clicking on or engaging with those types of videos or discussions. This tells the algorithm you prefer other types of content.
Ah, makes sense. Oh, Gemini, thank you for helping me to understand.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help clear things up for you.
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right.
Feel free to reach out if you have any other questions in the future.
Of course. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
You know you shouldn't go back to. Number one, your brain misses familiarity. Even a bad person feel comfortable when you lived in it long enough. Sometimes you don't miss them. You miss what became normal. Number two, distance make your memory selective. Once the anger fades, your mind starts replaying the laughs, the chemistry, the good moments while getting real quiet about everything that made you leave. Number three, consistency kept you hooked. When somebody gave you affection one day and distance the next, you learned to chase the good version of them. Now you're missing the moments they were never consistent enough to build a relationship. Number four, Parsi, you still want a different ending. You want the apology, the realization, the version where they finally become who you needed them to be. Missing somebody doesn't mean you made the wrong decision. Sometimes it just means your emotions haven't caught up to what you already know.
And for the first time ever, last night, she used a toothbrush and I don't know if she used toothpaste because all we could hear was the swishing around and the brushing. But she brushed them chompers. She was brushing them yellers. I mean, from what I caught last night, she wasn't wearing a filter. She didn't have that the known filter that she uses. And she just needs to put it back on porque no mames, güey, no mames. It's scary. It's scary. And then she went like, I think she saw her life because she put on the filter because la cabezota slimmed. And then she went like this. Can you guys see the collarbone? She has to do that so that the vein can pop out and she thinks it's a collarbone. And then earlier, because I saw some clips, she was singing that song, Scrub. You know that song is for herself because she is the scrub. Because she needs everybody else. Even though she has money, she doesn't have credit. She doesn't have a real bank account. And she needs her daddy, so one of the vehicles can be under his name. She needs her girlfriend that they keep, putting on these skits as they broke up because the views are running low. So she needs them views. So it's another skit of them breaking up. But the other vehicle is under the girlfriend's name. What do you mean you don't need a scrub when you're the scrub? And the way it's stress eating, that, baby girl, you need to start tucking again because the bulge is coming back.
I was having a conversation with my hairstylist today, and I told her that I believe that most men. girl is a trans woman. And I have a few reasons for this. I believe that most men, they like the presentation of femininity. They like the performance of womanhood. And they really only like it because they want to prove to other people that they're falling in line with the, societal norm of being a heterosexual man. So they care a lot about presentation. This is why you have a lot of men that get very angry over women that have muscle, that have tattoos. They shave their head bald, they cut their hair very short because it doesn't fall in line of the way that a woman is supposed to present in order for the man to use the woman to pretty much peacock to other men, because that's really what they're doing. And the whole idea of gender, they want someone with the inner workings of a man. Okay, they want someone that thinks like them. They want someone that shares the same worldview as them. They want someone that engages in the very same things that they do. And through all of those things, there is a strong emotional bond that men have with other men. And I mean, their pleasure center is in their back end, for crying out loud. Okay, so on a sexual level, they are deriving pleasure from dealing with other men as well. I mean, if you've ever seen a flick with a man and another man, they look like they are in euphoria. Okay, they look like they're in straight bliss. They look way more involved and way more interested than the heterosexual flicks that you converse.
Hey, help me understand something.
What?
Why do so many women say they qualify for top tier men when they don't even know what those men require?
I think they believe they know.
What's the difference?
Well, let me ask you this. If I ask a woman, what does a top tier man want in a woman, how should she answer?
Well, from listening to you and Kevin Samuels, she should be describing the type of woman those men choose.
Exactly. Well, what if she describes herself?
What do you mean?
She says he wants an ambitious woman, and she's ambitious. She says he wants an independent woman, and she's independent. He wants a successful woman, and she's successful, etc.
So, what's your point?
So, did she identify his preferences, or did she nominate herself?
Oh, I see.
That kept happening. One woman described what she believed a top-tier man wanted, and when I asked whether she possessed those qualities, she said yes.
Maybe she genuinely had what he wanted.
Maybe. But how did she confirm those were his requirements?
She would have to ask men like him.
Or observe the woman those men actually select.
Right.
But many of the women weren't doing that either. They were looking at themselves, listing their best characteristics, and assuming a top-tier man should value the same things. One woman explicitly described qualities she believed he wanted, then clarified that she was naming qualities about herself that she assumed he would want.
So they were grading themselves.
Using an answer key they created.
That's a problem.
It gets worse.
How?
I invited a few top-tier men on that show. When men started explaining what top-tier men may actually prioritize, some of the women disagreed.
They're allowed to disagree.
With what they personally desire? Yes. With what another person desires? How?
Explain that.
Well, if a woman says she wants a tall, successful, attractive man, can I tell her those are not her preferences?
No.
If she says ambition is not important to her, can I insist that it should be?
Nah.
And why can a man say ambition is not one of the main things I'm selecting for, and a woman tell him he's wrong?
She can choose to not like his standards.
But disliking the standard doesn't make it inaccurate.
Okay, that's true.
One woman said a top-tier man wanted a peaceful, stable, ambitious woman. When the men challenged ambition as something those men necessarily prioritize, she admitted that ambition might actually be part of her problem.
So she may have confused what made her proud of herself with what
made her desirable to him. But once the woman learned what the men wanted, couldn't they just decide whether they are willing to meet those expectations?
That's where the conversation became revealing.
Well, what happened?
Some women heard the requirements and started questioning whether the man should still be considered top tier.
Why?
Because the requirements were uncomfortable.
Such as?
Being cooperative, being agreeable, being willing to follow his lead, optimizing physically, competing with other women, adjusting parts of ourselves to become more desirable to him.
I can understand why women would push back against that.
Then they don't have to pursue that man.
Exactly.
But they still wanted to call themselves qualified for him.
Oh.
They wanted the benefits of his exceptionalism without accepting the selectivity that came with it.
So he had to be rare enough for her to want him, but accessible enough that she didn't have to change.
Now you see the contradiction.
Maybe the man's standards really were unreasonable.
Then don't date him.
That's fair.
But you cannot say he is top tier because he outperforms most men, then become offended that he has more options than most men.
Because the options are part of what makes access difficult.
Exactly. The group of women eventually acknowledged that a top tier man must be rare and difficult for the average woman to access. They also recognized that the woman may have to optimize herself to qualify for that access.
So did any woman actually demonstrate that she understood this?
We finally had that woman call in. And that was the most revealing part of the entire conversation.
Well, what did they say?
She said she had access to a man she considered high value. He gave her specific expectations, and she said she was willing to meet them.
Oh, what kind of expectations?
One of them involved losing weight. He reportedly told her to lose 10 pounds, and instead of saying the right man should accept me exactly as I am, she said she was willing to do it.
Because she wanted him?
Because she understood that wanting him did not automatically qualify her for him.
That's actually consistent.
She went on a tangent explaining how she was willing to do anything and everything to meet the man's requests. Everybody else on that panel questioned whether she was delusional, being controlled, or diminishing herself.
So the women finally got an example of someone trying to qualify.
Yes.
And what did they do?
They attacked her.
For what?
For treating the man like he was the prize, for being too eager, for being willing to compete, for changing herself, for listening to his standards, for believing she can earn excess.
Maybe they were trying to protect her.
Some probably believe they were. Most of them sound like they were envious. But look at the outcome.
What outcome?
They said women needed to understand what top tier men wanted. Then when a woman listened to one, they scrutinized her for listening.
Wow.
They complained that women didn't have access to the information. And when the information appeared, they rejected it.
They wanted the information to confirm them.
Not correct them.
You know what? That might be the real issue.
It is the real issue.
So the resistance wasn't only coming from the men's standards.
It was also coming from other women.
Explain that.
If a woman says, I will improve for the man I want, she risks being called desperate. If she says, I will compete for him, she risks being called a pick-me. If she says, he has standards I need to meet, she risks being told she lacks self-worth.
So the group socially punishes women for qualifying,
while simultaneously asking why they haven't been chosen.
That's crazy work.
It is also why the women who understood the assignment became the target.
What assignment?
She stopped asking, why should I have to change? And started asking, what does the man I want require?
But doesn't she get to have standards too?
Of course. She can reject this requirement, she can walk away, she can decide the trade-off is not worth it.
But she cannot reject his requirements and still claim she qualifies under them.
Exactly.
So what did the live actually reveal?
3 things. Many women did not know what top-tier men required. They described themselves and assumed those men wanted the same qualities. And when they finally saw a woman willing to meet a desirable man's standards, they attacked her for doing what they refused to do.
So maybe they weren't angry that she was changing for a man.
Maybe they were angry that changing might get her picked.
Damn.
They all wanted a top-tier man, but they did not want a world where a top-tier man got to decide which women qualify for access.
So, what is the real question?
Not do you believe you qualify, did the man you want confirm it?
Can a man love multiple women? I will say yes, but listen to how I'm saying it. He can have love for a woman, but he cannot be in love with more than one woman. Having love for someone, and I did a more in-depth video on my YouTube, so if you watch it from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it's in the description box. But having love for someone is like the equivalent of having multiple platonic best friends. But with each best friend, they serve a purpose. They bring out a certain energy. The same way with a man when it comes to multiple women. He might be having a few women reaching out to him, but who he gives his attention to, a man that's dating, I'll say about 2 or 3 women at a time. And depending on those women, it could be one woman is an ex, one woman is somebody that he's currently giving a lot of his attention to, and then the other woman is is someone who brings out a certain excitement for him. Like that inner child that a lot of guys gravitate towards women. So all 3 or 2 women play a certain significance in his life. It's not just like a casual fling or okay, it's just a girl that's texting my phone. Like, no, they mean something to him. However, when it comes down to who he chooses to be with long term, who he is in love with, all three of these women cannot be in the picture. Somebody has to get cut. And when a man knows that he is ready to be in a full committed relationships, he's looking at every woman, whoever is around at the time where he is actually serious and really wants to commit and not being forced, because sometimes a lot of women like to force a man to be in a relationship. I feel like you get the best version of a man when he actually wants to be in a relationship with you instead of trying to be the good girl or the different woman that's going to change his mind. But he's going to look at all 3 women or 2 women and say, okay, what's the pros and the cons? How does she make me feel? Can I see myself with her? Can I accept her flaws and not get turned off by it? And then he's going to look at himself like, okay, when I'm with her, is this going to make me like stagnant? Am I going to like grow? And am I going to improve how I've been since I've met her up until now? And if the answer is no, and depending on his maturity level, he's going to choose said woman. Now, where it becomes toxic is where he's trying to have his cake and eat it too without being transparent with the women, especially when you're single, which you need to lie for. And see, this is what creates drama, anxiety, competing with other women for a man that's not making you safe, and you're projecting your anger onto the women instead of to him.
You stopped dating each other and became co-workers. Listen, who's getting groceries? Who's picking this up? What time are we leaving? Every conversation had an assignment. Eventually, the relationship has excellent management and 0 romance. Love can survive responsibilities. Desire doesn't survive being treated like another task.
When you are a real and genuinely good person, you never actually see who other people are. Because what happens is people start to perform for you. When you come around, people button themselves up. They know you're a person with standards and morals. And what happens is you somewhat become the moral police. Even if you're not saying anything or trying to be, they feel it in your presence. People who keep it real and people that are genuine have an unspoken power to command and change the dynamic of the room. And fake people, they don't stand up to power. They perform for it. That's why everything happens behind your back. No one can come to you face to face because they know they're wrong. No one can tell you about the bad deeds that they've done to other people because they know you are going to see through the nonsense. They don't want you to think they're a bad person, so what do? They hide it. They only show that sides of themselves to people they feel are comfortable with it. They know that you won't be. And that is why it often takes you longer to figure out who someone really is. And it's because they're always performing when you're in the room.
Warning, scandal. Oh my God, y'all, there's about to be a scandal. There's
gonna
be a scandal, y'all.
I'm just waiting till I heal. Now go to the gym.
August 12th, the solar eclipse in Leo and meteor showers. Here is what to do and what not to do on this very powerful event. Number one, what not to do. We're just getting into it. Do not manifest. It's eclipse season. It's an eclipse portal. It is not the moment to do any new manifestation rituals. Mind you, we're always manifesting at every given second. It's not the time to force anything, okay? It's a time of rest. Do rest. That is number two. Do rest. But listen, this solar eclipse, it's a new moon after all. It's planting new seeds, and it's a brand new chapter for you in a certain area of your life that is going to unfold over the next year and a half, because we just entered a brand new lunar node cycle with the Leo and Aquarius axis. This is just the beginning. So wherever you have Leo in your chart, we'll pull up your transit chart to see exactly what house. We'll talk about it later in the video. That is going to show you where this new story is going to unfold. But you do not have to do anything, because eclipses are very, very fated. Their destiny, what is meant to come into your life will come into your life. What is meant to leave your life will leave your life, okay? It's an accelerated change. Flow with it. And the best thing that you can do to flow with this energy, heart coherence. Focusing on your heart chakra. Leo is a lion, is the heart. A little ritual that you can do every single morning for 2 minutes. And when you wake up, before anything.
بكتم هذه الاشياء لا تسويها في حياتك كلها، حتى لو كانت السكينه على رقبتك، ولا تساليني ليش.
That's not right. Let's see. Let's see. This is okay. Maybe.
Did you see that old, crusty, dusty white man telling his son that he doesn't want to be rejected by women? He should get them pregnant. Now, fast forward. Let's say he takes that old, crusty, dusty man's advice and goes and knocks up a woman. And when she's upset about it, and he's playing dumb. Oh, wow. Younger viewers, and I've said that plenty of times.
I don't know if you've said it plenty of times, but I know you've said it enough that it bothers me. What do you mean by your younger viewers? Why would you think you should be appealing to the younger crowd? The statement role model and Ash Trevino will never be.
And please look up.
I wish if you come here and see me, but it's okay. I don't feel like change the position of the, what's called it? The stand.
Lasted for a long.
Told me that's exactly what she said. That's why I'm trying to learn more about her diagnosis, because she did diagnose it that way, and I still want to learn more about these terms she did diagnosed.
These issues, you might also ask about when you can expect to start feeling some improvement.
Well, explain it slowly, please.
Think of fascia as the actual material, like a.
No, you don't, bitch, because you keep talking about this. I could have been civil because I'm not even good.
His family has given a number of updates on Perez's website.
Be the most local dependent event. Totality is going to happen in Greenland, Iceland, and northern Spain. For my U.S. viewers, this is only a partial eclipse. No totality here. It will be visible from Alaska through parts of the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, Northwest, and Mid-Atlantic, down into North Carolina. If you're outside of that zone, don't stress. You're going to want to focus on the main event. The Perseids are going to be your best bet. So, the meteor shower, if you're anywhere in the northern hemisphere, it's going to be good. Get away from the city lights if you can. Put your phone down if that's even possible these days. But let your eyes adjust for about 20 minutes. Watch the biggest section of the sky that you can. Start around 10 or 11 p.m. The best window is going to be after midnight through pre-dawn. No telescope, no binoculars, just a
situation that happens in their life.
Quick recap for anyone just landing on this. Tuesday, August 4th, Perez Hilton.
You think he's just giving...
That's right. You've got the core of it. When people talk about red pill clicking on or engaging with those types of videos or
people that
they're falling in line with the, societal norm of being a heterosexual man. So شو اسوي؟
It is the most amazing thing I have ever seen. It's really happened.
اليوم يا جماعة بما انه شحيرة الهرمسي بين قوسين هاري بوتر لحد هاي اللحظة بتشهر فيي، بتودي سحرة وبتحرض علي وبتنشر على ستورياتها وبتلعب فوقها دور الضحية بدون ما تقدر ترد على اي انتقاد لمحتواها. فقررت اليوم اني انا شو اعمل، ادافع عن نفسي باني اقول لكم قصة مين؟ بنت الكبالة. وصدقيني بدون سب وقذف وتشهير زيك، قبل تقريبا 1.5 سنة أو 2 سنين هاي البنت يا جماعة بنت بدأت أو دخلت عالم نظريات المؤامرة وبلشت تحكي عنها، وطريقة سردها كانت جديدة وغريبة، وأنا من الناس اللي تابعتها وهي تابعتني وضفنا بعض. ليوم من الأيام بلشت طبعا المحتوى تبعها يتغير شوي شوي، بلش يدخل شوي شوي بغيبيات وعلوم الطاقة الزائفة، وهذا الاشي أنا كنت ملاحظيته وشايفيته لحد ما قررت إنها تحكي معي على موضوع الكبالة أو القبالة. وكانت تحكي معي بالموضوع إنه أنا لا أظن إنه كل المعتقد خاطئ، يمكن نلاقي فيه أشياء حقيقية وكويس. كانت تدافع كمان على المعتقد الهندوسي والبوذي إلى آخر. الناس اللي ما بتعرف هذا تيار متصوف يهودي، وجزء منه بيمارسوا طبعا السحر وبيؤمنوا بشجرة الحياة. السوالف اللي بتسولفها هي، ودائما بتحط حالها داخل هاي الاشي عشان يحميها. ركزوا. بوقتها تناقشت معاها وانا قلت لها انه هذا الطريق خاطئ، وانتبهي يعني انت مبدعة بنظريات المؤامرة، بس لازم تعرفي متى توقفي وترجعي عن هذا الطريق. ودعيتها على بثي وجبت معي اكثر من شخص متخصص بهذه المواضيع مشان يحكوا معها. طبعا اجت وتقبلت الدعوة وبلشنا نحكي بهذا الموضوع. دعيتها تطلع قسط لعندي تكون ضيفة، لكنها رفضت. وبوقتها طلعت شخص يحكي عنها انها هي جبانة ما بتسترجي تواجه، وهذا الشخص اكتشفت انه كان منكر للسنة او زي ما بيسموه القرآني. فانا ما حبيت اتناقش معه ونزلته، وانصدمت بصراحة انه انتي اوريدي في حواليكي ناس اثروا عليكي. ما قبلت انها تكمل نقاش وطلعت من البث. بلشت البنت تتطور وتجيب لكم سوالف زي الخيمياء، تفسر القرآن من راسها، أنكرت السنة أكثر من مرة، وحتى كانت تقول إنه من ضمن أمنياتها أنها تكون سنة. ما بتعرف إنها مرة نشرت إنها كانت تحكي عنا إحنا المسلمين بنعبد الحجر الأسود، ووقتها نشرت ستوري يا جماعة، والناس كانوا يقولها إنه بتقارني إيش بإيش، الحجر الأسود نازل من الجنة. هي بدها تنشر كريستالاتها والأشياء الثانية، فهمتوا؟ تشبه الحجر الأسود ماشي بشو؟ بالكريستالات والأحجار اللي هي طبعا تسحب منها قوتها. الساحرة قال الإيمان بأنك تأخذ البركة أو القوة من الحجر الأسود حيكون نفس مبدأ التبرك بالأحجار الكريمة. ما فيش فرق بين الاثنين، نفس المبدأ ومش رح يفرق أي منهم المصدر، والمبدأ واحد. هذا إن دل يدل على أنك أنت أصلا ما بتعرف شو قصة الحجر الأسود. إحنا ما بنأخذ منه بركة لمعلوماتك ولا بنعبده، بس هاي خليها ببالكم مشان تعرفوا كيف فكرها أصلا هلا بتدخلوها السعودية حاليا بسبب الهجوم اللي صار عليها، بسبب معتقداتها شيء ما إلي علاقة فيه ومحتواها. بتهاجمني وبتشهر فيه وبتسب بدل من الرد على الانتقاد اللي إجاها. بتمنى إذا بتحبوني بتتابعوني بدكم أنا أستمر زي ما هاجمتني، إنكم ما تقصروا، روحوا نوروا صفحتها، خليها تسكر التعليقات. هاي كانت قصة بنت الكبالة، ومعلومة ترى أحلى منك.
I put this perfect. Yes. Sorry, I know the next hit.
Oh, thank you. Do you remember that time Britney Spears' ex-husband went crazy and broke into her house with a knife? So the story starts with this guy, Jason Alexander. And Jason is 22, living in a small town in Louisiana. And this guy just happened to grow up in the same hometown as Britney Spears before she was famous. They actually went to kindergarten together. But one day in 2003, Britney invites some of her old hometown childhood friends to come to Las Vegas to celebrate New Year's with her. And one of those old hometown childhood friends is Jason. And keep in mind, Britney is basically like the most famous woman on the planet during this time. And so Britney flies Jason and others out to Vegas on her private jet, and they all party in the clubs, and they have a whole lot of drinks, and they have a really good time. And eventually it's 3 a.m. and they're still going. And for whatever reason, they're like, let's go do something crazy. Let's get married. I guess they think this will be just hilarious. So they head to the little wedding chapel and they actually do it. They do the quick ceremony. They get married in the middle of the night on a whim just for the hell of it. Here's a picture of them as newlyweds.
So the next morning, Brittany calls her parents and tells them the funny thing she just did. And of course, they're pissed off. And pretty quickly, they send lawyers to Brittany's hotel room. So these lawyers pull Brittany aside and they explain how terrible this is for her. I mean, she's a multimillionaire and she just made this random guy entitled to half her income. And Brittany's like, I don't know, I was just drunk and bored. But by the end of the conversation, she agrees that it's, best to get out of this joke of a marriage. Then the lawyers sit down with Jason and they push a bunch of paperwork in front of him and they say that they want him to sign an annulment, which will invalidate the marriage like it never happened. And they tell him it'll be better to date each other for 6 months, see how he feels, and then maybe have a real wedding. And Jason reluctantly agrees, because he doesn't understand that they just talked him out of a huge payday. Then Brittany and Jason both sign the paperwork and the marriage is officially annulled. It lasted a total of 55 hours. After that, Brittany's team gets Jason the hell away from her and they send his ass back to Louisiana flying coach. However, when the news and the tabloids find out about all this, it's like a bomb went off. Their 55-hour marriage is the biggest story on the news. And so now Jason is back in small-town Louisiana, suddenly seeing his face on the cover of magazines. And he's being talked about all over the country. And he starts doing interviews and talking about the whole situation and about Brittany. But over time, the news cycle dies out. And the public moves on, and Jason is no longer getting the attention that he was before. And this seems kind of hard on him, like psychologically. Like he was suddenly kind of famous and then suddenly not. And the guy just doesn't seem to want to let the spotlight go. So while Brittany quickly moves on and keeps living her life as a super famous pop star, Jason doesn't. Like, ever. He wants to keep cashing in on this. So, like when Brittany calls to see how he's doing, he will record the conversation and then he'll sell it to the media. He also gets a $500,000 book deal to talk about his 55-hour marriage to Brittany. And like her team ends up having to sue the publishing company to stop the release of this book. Anyway, eventually, Brittany seems to have figured out what's going on and she completely stops talking to him. But over the years, Jason just can't let it go. And he seems to slowly go off the rails. Like in interviews, he changes his story from, we were just friends who got married for the hell of it, to, we were in love. We made a lifelong commitment. And he starts telling people the marriage was real and that they might get back together someday. And here's where the story gets kind of dark for him. Over the next 18 years, Jason's life spirals out of control. In 2008, he's arrested for a DUI. In 2015, he's arrested for domestic abuse for assaulting a woman. In 2021, he's arrested for another DUI and drug charges. And in 2022, he's arrested for stalking a woman. And throughout all of this, he never stops talking about Brittany. And so now it's 2022. And at this point, he hasn't seen Brittany since the Las Vegas incident nearly 2 decades before. But still, he thinks maybe there's a chance. Like in interviews, he tells people that Brittany has been calling him and flirting with him. Now, obviously, Brittany has long moved on. In fact, she's been in a relationship with a different guy, and she's about to get married to him and have her wedding. And Jason hears about this and he gets super mad. He's like, this is bullshit. And he doesn't believe that she's actually getting married. But if she is, he's gonna go and shoot his shot one more time. So he flies out to California and he heads to her house in Thousand Oaks. And he gets there and he walks around the hillside just above her property, studying the place, looking for a way inside. And he spends the next 3 weeks coming back to her property to scope it out over and over again. Then Brittany's big day comes, the day of her wedding, which is taking place in a tent next to her house. And Brittany, she's upstairs in her bedroom, like getting ready and stuff. Meanwhile, Jason, he decides he needs to see her before she gets married, even if he has to break into her house to do it. So he goes to the hillside above her place, and he brings a knife with him. And while he's there, he goes live on Instagram. And somehow, hundreds of Britney Spears fans who follow him are watching like, is this guy stalking her? Now, pretty quickly, Britney's security spots him, and he starts asking, where's Britney at?
Where's Britney at? Get off property now. Where's Britney at? Get off property now.
Then he starts running from security, straight down the hill towards Britney's house. And when he gets to the house, he finds a door and he walks inside and he runs up the stairs, heading straight for the bedrooms where Britney is getting ready for the wedding. And he checks all the bedrooms looking for her.
Hey, where's Britney at? Hey, tell me the truth. Where's Britney at? Britney.
And allegedly, he makes it right up to the door of the bedroom where Britney is inside getting ready. But then, just in time, a security guard pulls his gun on him and he says, get out. So Jason runs outside, but he's still not leaving yet. He suddenly starts acting chill and he goes around introducing himself to people at the wedding.
I'm Jason Alexander, first husband. I'm here to crash the wedding, bro.
Then he walks inside the tent where the event is about to take place and he announces that this wedding is nonsense.
So here's the inside scoop, guys, of the bullshit wedding. Jason Alexander. Now, my name's Jason Alexander. Britney Spears invited me here. She's my first wife, my only wife. I'm her first husband. I'm here to crash the wedding.
But then, finally, pow, security knocks him down and they tackle him to the ground and they pin him there. And anyway, eventually, police show up and bam, he gets arrested. And I don't have a mugshot for this one, but here's a picture of him at the January 6th insurrection. And ultimately, later, Britney ends up getting a restraining order against him, while he ends up getting sentenced to 128 days in jail. But once he gets out, he goes right back to doing more interviews about Britney.
You haven't seen the end of me, obviously, and I'm always going to be the first husband. And whatever Britney does, they're going to be interested in me.
A lot of men are going to hate me for saying this, but dating a man who can't help you financially is a waste of time. A lot of these men have no plans to build with you. They just want all of the benefits of having you with none of the responsibility. Now, I'm not saying a man should pay a woman's bills the moment he meets her. But if as the relationship grows and he's not in a position to help provide, contribute financially, or isn't willing to, then he's wasting your time. Real men are providers, and a man who refuses to provide leaves a woman to carry the entire burden by herself. That's when women become burned out, overwhelmed, and eventually frustrated because they are carrying responsibilities that should be shared. Bottom line, a woman shouldn't be struggling financially with a grown man lying next to her.
So the word on the curb is that the Peter Pan girl got banned from Disney for 2 weeks. You know why? You want to know why? Because now she's waiting for Peter Pan after his shift. Yeah, outside of the park for him to leave as a normal individual and get into his car. Yeah, so stalker thing. So now he no longer has the security of the park. 2 weeks, definitely the perfect amount of time to get the mental help that you need in order to stop being a stalker and a crazed fan. I mean, even though this is the same woman who, even after Peter Pan tried to gently and still in character and nicely skip away, she chased him and backed him up against that fucking corner. So yeah, I mean, this tactic is definitely, every single part of his body was screaming, help me or kill me. Yeah, well, she's autistic. It doesn't matter because she's not on the spectrum to the point where she cannot be self-sufficient, okay? She's buying tickets. She's getting herself to the park. She's walking around the park for hours. She clearly has gotten herself dressed because she's in this Disney gear and she's almost 30 years old. If she required that kind of assistance, she'd have it there at the park. So in that case, and people trying to make excuses, it sounds to me just like the guy who had Tourette's and was calling Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo the N-word, and everybody said, he has Tourette's. There needs to be precautions taken so that people aren't uncomfortable, okay? Regardless of who it the fuck is. And one quick last thing before I go, because I just thought of this. I'm sure that he has reported that bitch, okay? Numerous times to management, upper management, CEO, whoever's running that place, who knows. But I'm sure that they've told him, well, here's what you have to do. I'm sure there's precautions as far as not being too defensive and still being your little character and standing character. It's for her. Do these things for her, so it doesn't look like you're coming off like you don't like her. You still need to pretend like you're this character, and nothing for him. There's nothing to help him. You know what I mean? Someone in the comments said every time that bitch clocks in, checks in, badges in, or shows up to the gate, they need to contact his department so that he can either leave, get out of costume, or stay the fuck back in the back until he can safely leave. If you're still gonna let her enter the park and harass me, y'all need to take better precautions for me as well, or else I'll sue this place into oblivion. Yeah, let me know what y'all.
Already visible on screen. It's already visible on screen.
Yes, I saw it.
Right there.
People who up and moved to a new state, didn't know nobody and just left. How did you do it? What's your experience like? Where did you go? And how did you make friends? Did you make friends? Do you want to go back home? Like, what is the experience? I think that I'm ready to move
I can
states.
answer your questions. I came here to Seattle from Iraq, and I made it with the help of my friends. I already know them from Iraq, and they will come in the airport. I stayed in my friend's apartment for 10 days and gave me this apartment. I'm in it right now for all these 14 years, and check on me time to time. And then just like till yesterday, I was in this friend's house for a week almost, took care of his pets. But still, that's what I'm saying. Did I make any new friends? No, just the people I work with, which Mexican friends for a little bit, and then few friends here and there. That's it. And no new friends. And that's all I can say about my life in America. I mean, yeah, Seattle, Washington. So no, it is hard. Would I like to back home? Just a visit and see mom and dad. But would I like to go back to Iraq and live there? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, unfortunately. Yeah. Unfortunately for the situation in Iraq, that's what I'm trying to refer. Not unfortunately for me live in America. So yeah.
But really what's stopping me is that I don't know nobody in no other state. I have one friend in Houston, but I feel like everybody moved to Houston, and I don't want to be like that friend moving to Houston bothering her because I don't got no other friends, you know what I'm saying? And I have like a childhood best friend in Atlanta. Other than that, I really don't have like no other friends out of state, which is kind of crazy. So me moving to a new state will really just be me on my own, and that is a scary feeling. Like I know I got me, but it's like, damn, like you ain't got nobody out here. So if you are bold like that and you have moved states, maybe you've done it several times, maybe you've done it once, maybe it was the best decision, maybe it was the worst decision.
It is
Please
the best
let me know below in the
decision
comments
for me
what your
to
experience
come
was like and how it's going
from
for you.
America to Iraq.
Damon Darling made a lot of people feel uncomfortable.
Come from Iraq to America as an immigrant, but
From Walmart for life.
not.
Now, I'm going to tell you guys the truth because a lot of you guys are all on TikTok right now asking why did this happen? Because he was a good guy and he was helping people out financially with their groceries, etc. But I knew that this was going to eventually happen. I'm going to tell you why it happened. In my opinion, this is my personal opinion. But before we get into that, I want to tell you guys, Damon Darling is an amazing guy. There are not too many people on planet Earth like Damon Darling. So I don't want people to think I'm hating on Damon Darling or there's some type of problem or I'm attacking him. I'm not. I'm a fan of Damon Darling. I've watched his content for years. Damon Darling is just very sarcastic. Being a comedian does not give you the place to come into people's face and say the things that he will say. If you go through all of his content on Damon Darling TV and you listen to him speak and you watch his videos and you study him, you will then understand what I'm talking about. Damon Darling would always use the word brother this, brother that, brother this, brother that. Not saying like a brother, but a lot of his content is saying that I'm a black man as a brother, that type of brother. Damon Darling will make a lot of content always saying stuff like, did you think I was going to steal it from you? Did you think I was going to steal your basket or steal your groceries or steal your purse and take it from you? You don't have to worry, this, that, and the other. He did a lot of this type of content, and it made a lot of people feel uncomfortable. This should be common sense. And Walmart got tired of that. It's different if he was just walking up to people, here you go, here's $200 for your groceries, have a good day. But the type of content that he was doing, it made a lot of people feel uncomfortable. See, you have to understand, in the times that we live in right now, the times have changed. A lot of people out here today would rather struggle the rest of their life because their ego is so big than to ever have somebody help them with anything. I know people right now that will not listen to anything that I have to say. And they would rather pass away than to listen to me, even though I've never been in a hospital in over 15 years. I have never been in a hospital in 15 years. And when I tell them this is what you need to do to feel better, they don't want to listen to me. They want to listen to the white coats. Well, they've been listening to the white coats all their life, and that's why they sick and on 30 pills. Anyway, a lot of people's ego are very strong. So the type of content he was doing was making a lot of people uncomfortable. Let's look at this clip real quick.
Hey, could you please leave me the fuck alone? I just wanted to pay for your stuff. You've been bothering me the whole time I've been in this fucking store. Leave me the fuck alone. Okay, I was just trying to help you, brother. I don't need your fuck help.
Well, the truth is that video was out of Kroger, not Walmart, but it doesn't really matter. His content is the same everywhere. But the truth also is that clip, that guy is a Satanist. He was walking around with a Satanist t-shirt on. And so Damon Darling kept following him around the store, antagonizing him, like kept trying to give him money or get money or whatever he was doing. If you watch the clip, you'll see I'm telling the truth. And these stores don't care if a person is a Satanist or not. So he kept saying he's trying to bring love and God and this, that, and the other to the world. And he kept antagonizing that guy because he's a Satanist. You can't do that. They don't care if they have Satanists in their stores. They want the money. Damon Darling, why don't you take this money to homeless people? Why have you spent years giving your money for content purposes or out of the goodness of your heart, one or the other or both? Why are you not doing it to people that got to sleep on a park bench at night? People who don't get food stamps, who don't get Section 8, who don't have a job. Why are you not doing this and shooting content for people that are, what do you have against homeless people? Because maybe you have a few clips out there. I haven't seen them. Maybe I'm wrong. But majority of your content is you in all these stores chasing around people, giving them money and paying for their groceries, this and the other. But why aren't you doing that for people that really, really need the money, that don't have any money? I mean, how many of you can relate back to the fact of when you were at a point where you didn't have $1 in your bank account, $1 under your mattress? You couldn't even buy food. You had to borrow money from someone. Now imagine that you have to sleep on the street. So my question to Damon Darling is, why haven't you been shooting this type of content? If there's a reason, I don't know. I'm asking questions. Let's take a look at this clip. I gotta go, man. Gotta go. I would have, but my car done. Huh? Trying to eat? Got no money? I live in the woods, bro. You live in the woods? 101st Airborne. Thank you. And I still eat. So what? Look, you got a nut. I got a nut. You got a nut. I'm gonna give you one of these off this nut. Go ahead and pick one off. How many you got there? I just got one, Papa. You got one? Hold up. Oh yeah. I hope you got rain blessings on your house. Hey man, it's all good. We all have hard times. See my hat. What's that? God is good all the hey, look at this. God is good all the time. When you bless others, you get blessed. That's right. There's a cup like this. If you don't give them away, if you don't give a blessing away, you don't get no more. If you don't give a blessing away, you don't get no more. That's right. That's what it is. Thank you, sir. You know, one of the reasons why I've always been so blessed and I'm always going to be okay is I've given away tens of thousands of dollars to homeless people. I don't record it all, etc. But the truth is that, you know, when you give away a blessing, you get one. And, you know, unfortunately, most people don't think like that. So if you're able, like I said, Damon Darling, to give away all this money to people in Walmarts and Kroger's, etc., why aren't you doing that for homeless people? That's what I would like to know. Like I said, I'm a fan of yours. I think you're an amazing guy. When you come to Orlando to do your show in December, I will be in the building. But, you know, start putting that money towards people that really need it. I don't know why you haven't been.
في مشهد أثار غضب واسع في العراق، ففي وضح النهار يعني وفي شارع مزدحم مجموعة سيارات لحقت بنت ماشية في حالها وحاولوا التعرض لها.
مش بيكي ولا بنية الساعة بالأربعة الفجر 4:30.
الحادثة صارت في شارع التانكي بمنطقة المنصور في العاصمة بغداد، ومقاطع البنت وهي بتجري من السيارات والشباب انتشرت بشكل واسع وأثارت غضب شديد، والحقيقة أنه الفيديو فعلا مستفز ومؤلم. البنت صارت تجري وتهرب منهم وهم مصرين أنهم يلحقوها ويوقفوا قدامها. الغاضبين من المشهد طالبوا السلطات بالتحرك وضبط المتحرشين، وفعلا من ساعات كشفت الداخلية العراقية عن ضبطهم، وقالت إنها تتبعت المتورطين في الفيديو وحددت هوياتهم وألقت القبض على عدد منهم وبتحقق معاهم الآن، لكن الداخلية ما كشفت كم عدد المتورطين بالكامل وكم عدد اللي تم القبض عليهم يعني.
Sorry about that. I brought up a whole bag of chocolate of Rolos in my room.
Yes, I'm staying in the Star Wars room.
I want to show you guys a video clip where this guy tells a story with one of the most powerful points I have ever heard. Now, the context of what this guy is talking about is racism, but the ideal or the principle behind the point that he makes at the end of the story is what I want to focus on. Now, I know a lot of people are just going to focus on the racism conversation, but there is something that I want to point out about the principle of what he's saying that would devastate anybody.
I got a story for you. Take a ride with me. So back in my late 20s, I was really close friends with this white guy. We're going to call him Spencer. And Spencer and I, we worked together. We worked out together. We lived a few minutes apart. Spencer was my guy. And Spencer kind of hit the father-in-law jackpot. His father-in-law, we're going to call him Dustin. He was mid-50s, but just a really cool-ass dude. You know, we'd go over his house. We'd play cards, drink, watch the game. Our whole crew would hang over there, even without Spencer. And interestingly enough, Dustin's mom lived next door to him. Now she's older, mid to late 70s, but still sharp. And if you're at Dustin's house enough, you're going to run into her. Now, one day I'm over at Dustin's house and him and I are sitting at his kitchen table. His wife is standing nearby. And at this point, we've known each other several years. So, he's comfortable with me. I don't remember exactly how I came up. Knowing me, I was probably talking about race because I don't hesitate to talk about race in front of white folks. But Dustin decides to tell me about the one time he used the N-word. He was a young boy growing up in Texas in the 1960s. He got into a confrontation with a black kid and he lets it fly. Now, a young white boy in the South using a racial slur in the 1960s didn't surprise me. He surely had plenty of white men around to model that kind of behavior. But what did surprise me was the shame. 50 years later, he wasn't telling me this story casually. It felt more like almost like a confession, like he was unburdening himself to maybe one of the few people in his life that could judge him the harshest. And it felt like if he could find that guy today, he'd want to look him in the eyes and apologize. So I respected that, and I respected that he trusted me enough to go there. But here's where shit got real racist real fast. While Dustin was telling me his story, his mom had moseyed in and sat down at the table with us. And when he's done talking, she chimes in, well, that's just how things were back then. He didn't mean any harm. When I was younger, we had a nanny and I loved her to death. Just like that. No hesitation. Hardest of R's, and rolls off her tongue like honey. Dustin's face turns beet red. His wife's mouth drops to the floor. Her eyes are about to fall out of the sockets. She starts drifting back into the kitchen like Homer Simpson into the bushes. I can read both of their faces very clearly. They want her to stop talking immediately. They are drowning in embarrassment, and they want this to be over. But I did not. So I looked over at Dustin's mom, then I encouraged her to please tell me more. And so for the next 5 minutes, and I'm sure it seemed like an hour for Dustin, I listened to his mom wax poetic about all the things she loved about her nanny. Her nanny did this, her nanny did that. And it wasn't just her, all of her siblings also adored nanny. Now, with each use of the N-word, Dustin sinks deeper into his chair, and his wife, who was once standing next to us, she's now laser focused on cooking. She wants no parts of this conversation. Here's what stayed with me. Dustin's mom was in her mid to late 70s, which means that her nanny had very likely been dead for at least 20 to 30 years. Now, while I walked away from that conversation able to give you a full list of all the things that this woman meant to that family, there's one thing that I couldn't tell you: her name. Because Dustin's mom never used it. Not once. And that's the moment I'll never forget. Not because it was shocking, but because of what it revealed. Most people, especially white people, think racism is about hate. But Dustin's mom did not hate this woman. She loved her. She told me multiple times how much she loved her. And yet, that love didn't stop her from dehumanizing her. And then it hit me. That's how I used to treat Link. Now, Link was a brown lab mix that I had for 13 years. I loved that dog. And I sobbed like a small child the day we had to put him down. Now, my family, we showed him kindness. We played with him. We cared for him. But not in the same way we love each other, because he was a dog. He didn't eat from our table. He didn't drink from our cups. He didn't eat near the same quality of food that we ate. We didn't worry about how our words would land when we spoke to him. There's a long list of customs and courtesies that you extend to humans that we never extended to Link. And yet, our love for him was genuine.
That is intense. Now, follow what I'm trying to show you. There was a woman who came to me telling me about a problem that she was having with her boyfriend that was bothering her. Actually, it was hurting her. And I knew both of them very well. I had known them for years. But she came to me with a problem about something that he was doing that was bothering her. She said, whenever I'm around his family, whenever he brings me around his family, he does not call me babe. He only calls me by my first name. Whenever we're by ourselves, we're out doing our own thing, we're shopping, we're on a date, or if we're at the apartment alone together, he'll call me babe, he'll call me honey, he'll call me love, he'll call me sweetheart. He calls me all of those nicknames, but for some reason when we get around his family and even some of his friends, I'm not babe, I'm just Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie, tell my mom about what you saw at work yesterday. Now, the first time I kind of dismissed it. The second time I thought maybe it was a coincidence, but then I started noticing it was happening over and over and over again. And at that point I realized, no, you're doing this consciously. Now, keep in mind that I knew both of them very well. So I knew that it wasn't because he had another chick on the side. It wasn't because he was cheating. It wasn't because he wasn't committed. They had been together for over a year at this point. And he brings her around his family. He brings her around his friends. He brings her around all these people that he cares about. So the family knows that they're together. They have accepted the fact that that is his woman. And they're in this committed relationship. So why, if he's in a committed relationship with this woman, when he gets around his family, he doesn't call her terms of endearment. He only calls her by her name. Well, I knew what it was. It was something he would only confess to a couple of years later after they broke up. And the reason why he would never call her a term of endearment around his family, because doing that would have broke the barrier between her and his family. It would have sent the signal to his family and to his friends that she was on the same level of importance or influence in his life that they were, that she held the same rank in his life as they did. It would be him owning the relationship in front of them. In other words, he would be saying to them, just like you are my mom, she is my woman. Just like you are my brother, she is my woman. So she has the same kind of access to me that you do. And the reason why he did not want to break that barrier is because he did not feel that way about her. There was a certain way, a certain type of affection, a certain depth of pull, importance, love, and affection that he felt towards the people who he actually felt that way for in his life, that he did not feel for her. The problem was he didn't know that about himself. He had not yet accepted
ريفيو سريع لفيلم الرعب ذا باك رومز بدون ما اعملكوا سبويلر. الفيلم هذا الناس ما راح يتفقوا عليه، راح تلاقي اثنين، حدا حبه كثير عجبته الفكره، عدم شعور بالراحه مش فاهم شو قاعد يصير، والجزء الثاني يقول شو هذا الشيء اللي حضرته مش فاهم. الست تبع ذا باك رومز إشي مش طبيعي، تمثيلهم رائع، فيه رعب من نوع جديد. لما تيجي تسألني طبعا شو الفيلم، ما حدا بيقدر يقول لك عن شو الفيلم، لأنه أنت بتقول إنهم دخلوا لعالم موازي موجود بعالمنا، بس لا يا جماعة، أنت راح تشوفهم بدخلوا على أماكن راح تحس حالك إنك كنت موجود فيها أو شايفها بالحلم، بس بنفس الوقت راح تشعر بعدم الراحة. يعني طول الفيلم بتحس في إشي غريب قاعد يصير وأنت مش فاهم شو، وبيخلص الفيلم والشعور بعده موجود عندك. شخصيا بعطيه 7.5 من 10. يعني بشوف كثير ناس حرام ظلموه بالريفيوز، والأماكن اللي كانوا متواجدين فيها definitely انت راح تحس انك شايفها على ارض الواقع. وحبيت انهم ما بيحاولوا يخوفوك، يعني كل شويه من حدا ناط بيخوفك، لا، للناس اللي بتحب الاشياء الغريبه المريبه اللي بتشعر بعدم الراحه ذا باك رومز لك. واستنوني نعطيكم ريفيو لأوبسيشن قريبا.
And what you gonna do about it?
You don't get it. You don't have
What you gonna
never
do about
hit
it?
1,000 viewers.
What you gonna do about it, Sam Smith?
We don't do shit
What you gonna do about it?
So it's August 12th, and according to NASA, we're gonna lose gravity today for 7 seconds, guys. But if y'all see me in the sky, flapping my arms around like a fucking bird with its head cut off, or a bird that's learning how to fly, just leave me alone. I'm trying to fly off this motherfucking planet, okay? So don't say shit to me if y'all see me in the sky flying around, alright?
So we're now at, I think, 6 meds. 6 or 7 meds. Then she got to Duke's. And then
Usher is fighting for his life while he addresses the viral clone rumors, as fans claim he hired a lookalike to perform at his concert. If you haven't seen this yet, let's check it out. You tell me, is this Usher?
Loud is loud.
question. So I just ran across
Never trust overly nice guys, ladies. This is probably one of the best advices and videos out there right now on dating and men specifically. But let's get into the video now. Look, never trust overly nice guys. Ladies, let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna make a video breaking down a different type of dudes, right? But one thing for sure, let me tell you this. You ask, why don't I never trust overly nice guys? I'm gonna tell you. Number one reason why you never trust overly nice guys, it's a facade, bro. No man who is a good person, values himself, actually wants something long term with a girl or whatever, is just gonna be overly nice. There's a difference between being overly nice and being respectful and a gentleman, right? Like, overly nice guys, they do things like to the point that it's cringy, right? Like, you going out your way doing the most, right? And what ends up happening goes into my number 2 case. 9 times out of 10, dudes who are overly nice are controlling and narcissistic.
Yes!
Once they get you comfortable, that's their way of getting you in. Like, they will be always texting you, always nice to you no matter what they deal with. You just met him, he's dealing with your fucking attitude. He's just like, oh, yeah, it's okay. Always willing to spend his money on you, all this extra bullshit. Because once you get wrapped in, y'all live together, y'all dating, you gonna see,
when the
bro,
banana
that I
gets,
wasn't bullshitting with you.
when the banana get bad, I just like this. From inside is still good, by the way. But I saw that video about it. I always unfortunately throw it. And sometimes I'm in a good mood for banana, sometimes not. But I saw a video about it. It said, oh, just put a freezer and make it smoothie. I say, okay, let me try that. And I started doing that. I started to put it in the freezer and I'll mix it with the smoothie. And instead of throw them away and wasting money, now everything is too expensive. So yeah, there you go. And I still have strawberry. Again, I'm not a big fan of strawberry, but sometimes a little bit and then it's go bad. So what I start to do the same thing, and instead of just let it stay in the refrigerator and go so bad, like very bad, and instead of that, I'll just sorry, I'll just start making what's called it, the smoothie. And now I'm gonna do that. So I have some strawberry here, some old banana here, and I'll mix it. Do I have milk? Oh yes, I do. Oh, I'm glad. Here we go. Still have milk, and I'm gonna have, oh, ouch. Then I have the whipped cream. All right, and that's it. That's done for right now. I was thinking about make orange juice there, but I don't know, I'm all over the place right now. I was thinking to mix that beans with rice, and I just noticed I already have rice being cooked here. I also read something that say don't have the rice to be stay in the refrigerator for so long. Say it's not good because of bacteria stuff. So I don't know. I'll try warm it. If it's good, I'll eat it. If it's not, then I'll just mix that beans, the chickpeas, or make a fresh rice, but mix that on the top and mix them together. I'll see how that go for lunch. And then I was between making orange juice here, but I will return the orange, so it'll be only the smoothie. And then I'll return the grape back, because as I told you, I'm not a big fan of this kind of grape. Well, the grape is in Iraq. Delicious. But here, I don't know, they don't have flavor to me. Only the tall long one, they have that flavor, so I like it. All right, so now this icy ice one, this usually help me with my get the bleed here. It's good. And wipe the freezer. That's also good. So I will get that. So everything is perfectly satisfying so far. Okay. My friend went to Hawaii and back, and he get back to normal life within a few hours, like in the same evening, and next morning back to work and back to life, and everything is perfect back. And I've been 2 days trying to get back to normal. 2 days. And I was just like from downtown Seattle to SeaTac, and from SeaTac to downtown. Well, yeah, because he traveled a lot, so he used to it. And even his suitcases are small. He's just like, beep, 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 beep. Good for him. Anyhow, back to TikTok. I'm tired. Just go back to Ashley. You see? That's why I go always back to Ashley Trevino, because, yeah, too much. Because Ashley Trevino, she's entertaining.
Why do men claim?
Entertaining. Even her drama is like it's entertaining way.
Baby, when you go through the toughest times of your life by yourself.
I'm tired. I'm sorry. Once in my life, I say something about, I want to know a lot about relationship, but now it's all my video about relationships. Enough, please. Ah, my nose.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. Always know your worth and never settle for less than what you
That's what
deserve.
she said, Ashley.
And
My nose. Ah.
just continue to be who you are. And remember, if they can't appreciate you, then you know what to do. And if they make you look crazy more than once, then you know what to do. So yeah, just continue to be who you are, baby girl. Because at the end of the day, God will always send you somebody who deserves to be with you. So wipe those tears
Okay, hold on.
and
Let
do
me
not
wash my
give
hand from
anybody
the
that's not worth it
closetness.
that chance to steal your shine. Because at the end of the day, we are worth something. So yes, good night and much love. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Always know your worth and never settle for less than what you deserve.
It's not always
And just continue to be who you are. And remember, if they can't appreciate you, then you know what to do. And if they make you look crazy more than once, then you know what to do. So yeah, just continue to be who you are.
And
for the first time ever, last night, she used a toothbrush and I don't know if she used toothpaste because all we could hear was the swishing around and the brushing.
Nice.
But she brushed them chompers. She was brushing them yellers.
You guys don't know what does stress mean, guys.
I mean,
Don't
from
do
what I
that
caught
to
last
her.
night,
You guys not nice.
she wasn't wearing a filter.
Why you guys
She didn't have
saying
that,
to her?
you know, the known filter that she uses.
Remember I told you guys Ashley was crashing out because she called her mom and told her about me and Ashley meeting? Thank you. Thank you for the hand heart. Let me tell y'all something else. Lock in now. Last night, me and Liz were live. We didn't have a lot of people in there. You know, we're doing our daily battles, our nightly battles.
Well, I don't know. We'll work
And
on
all of a
that.
sudden, somebody on a fake page for Evie came in the chat, and they were like, "Hey, Auntie Liz. Hey, Auntie Liz."
Oh, that's
and
the
Liz
old
was
one.
like,
I heard that
"That's
before.
not what my nieces call me. That's not what my nieces call me. That's a fake page." And she blocked it. And I was like, "Liz, what do they call you?" And she was like, "I'll tell you later."
Yep. Like I said, I've done a lot for people, and honestly, I felt the vibes off for the last 2 days. The vibes have been off. And I personally don't need that. I just started this new journey in my life, and I don't want no negativity in my life. I don't want
Later, I
nothing
need
that's going to ruin
organize this
anything
box.
that I have coming on.
Because this box.
Yeah. Like, honestly, today the vibes were really freaking off, and I just was not. I was trying to enjoy the day, but I couldn't enjoy the day.
Sit down.
And that's why now I feel like I have to pay for a lot of stuff for my parents. I have to help them like they helped me. I feel like I have to give back to them like they gave me. I feel like my parents have always been there for me, besides one of my cousins. And that's why now I feel like I have to pay for a lot of stuff for my parents. I have to help them like they helped me. I feel like I have to give back to them like they gave me.
JD Vance and Brooke Rollins. Just wanted to make sure you saw Ashley's video bragging about
I know I'm on TMZ, you guys. You can say I'm famous.
You guys mean.
Famous.
Guys, why you guys mean?
I was on TMZ again. I guess my mugshot came out on TMZ and People Magazine.
JD Vance and Brooke Rollins. Just wanted to make sure you saw Ashley's video bragging
Thank you.
about
I know
being
I'm on TMZ, you guys. You can say I'm famous.
Okay, enough.
Famous.
Ash Trevino is beefing with her mods.
I don't know what to eat today, actually.
I tell you because I know people are snakes. I know they're snakes. Mind you, the girl said, I will never say anything that you've ever told me. Do you know how bad she was talking about a lot of T pages? I mean, did she expose those messages? Because I have those messages. She was the one informing me on a lot of T pages and what they were doing. Did she bring that out? Is what I want to know. Did she go tell them that she's bringing all the cheesemen out to me too? She's mad because I would never get rid of Jocelyn and Annika. She brought it to my attention that they were beefing, all three of them. Actually, she was beefing with herself, okay? Jocelyn and Annika didn't do crap to her. She just was unfollowing Jocelyn. And it came to my attention. And I told her, they've been on my team for 2 years. I'm not getting rid of them. I said, what they do is what they do. I have no part in what they say or what they do or what they post. That's them. I take care of my page and my page only. Okay? Okay. So if you get mad because I'm taking their side, and I told her, they're my girls, like they've been my girls. If you're mad about that, then you got the problem.
Why is it annoying me?
So then she told me she was going to unmod for me, and that's fine. Don't be a mod
because I don't like when people text me with the word K. That's my problem.
I don't.
Follow me?
Biscuit, have you had your twins yet?
That's when they say when
So, I
something
don't give
bothers
a
you,
fuck.
just look at inside you.
Like,
why this?
If I'm
why
not
this
going to
triggering?
take your side because I'm taking their side,
Because
then
anything she say about
I'm sorry,
kids and
you
stuff
got
and
the problem in
everything, it's not
reality.
bother me because I don't have kids. I don't feel what she feel. What the other people talking about
So,
kids. and
yeah.
they feel certain way.
And,
I cannot feel that way because I don't have kids.
I'm who I am, and I will never change for anybody but my kids and my younger viewers. And I've said that plenty of times. Nobody even did anything to her. And that's exactly what I'm saying. She was beefing with.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end this live. I'm going to have a new live about the cooking. All right. So the live is going to be only about the closet. So I'll see you in 1 second, in a few seconds. Bye-bye. Come back and see me in the cooking live stream. Bye-bye.